All right. Welcome, guys, to the 13th episode.
14th.
This is the 13th.
13.5.
13.5 episode of the best
Joined with
ever
me today,
Weiss
we
Schwarz.
have Jason and Kevin.
Hey, can you shut up?
Wait, shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
To the best ever Weiss Schwarz set review show for the Quintessential Quintuplets double intro for T-Smil, whatever the double F means. With me today, we have our usual Strictly Broken guest. Well, not usual, but now will be usual, Mr. Jason Malik.
Hello, hello.
And for a guest this week, we have a returning member who did the They Became God set review. He is the NA National Champion, winning with quintuplets, and he also recently came in top 4 for the JP Burn 1 tournament, Mr. Strictly Broken Yumin Kim.
Hello.
Yep.
Thank you for joining my show today, everyone in the chat. As you can see, we have two special guests. We have two special guests, Kevin and Jason.
Alright.
My co-hosts. Technically, I joined SP
Shut up,
before these
shut
guys,
up.
Okay,
so
shut
you
up.
guys should be calling me senpai. I'm your
let's end the
senpai.
show. Let's go.
I am
You
your
shut up.
senpai, so
Yeah, actually, more like Human, am I right?
very funny, Jason. Malyuk. I hope you're malleable.
Okay.
Alright.
Usually, as with always, we have to give a shout out to our sponsors. We have Nova TCG. I believe double rares and under for singles for quintuplets should be up later tonight. He did let us
foils on the
know.
weekend.
Yeah, he did let us know that because of the product delays, he will not get foils until later this weekend. He'll let you guys know on the Nova TCG Facebook page when that will be up. And also, our other sponsor is Weiss Tea Time from ran by Taya. She's the one who always makes these slides for us, so it allows us to do these streams for you guys.
Handmade, True queen.
All right.
Fun fact. If this stream gets 150 viewers, Kevin himself
No.
will give me a
No.
quintuplets playset.
I never said anything. Do not take his word for it.
Yeah.
People are saying
it was
cringe
like
in
the
the chat,
hurricane
so-
Dude,
and
Yemen's so
all that other
cringe.
stuff caused like a delay, but it's fine. They're still up for purchase. They'll be shipped out at the regular time for double R's and stuff. At least should be.
All right.
But foils will be up in the week.
We forgot this
In the
under the
weekend.
last show, but we'll go over the rating system for how we do these shows. So
Did we
one
forget that
star,
last time?
yeah, we did forget that last time when I was looking over the VOD again. Oh, by the way, that Grisaya VOD is now up on our Strictly Broken TCG YouTube page.
Wait, that channel's actually getting uploads again now?
But
we'll,
the channel exists.
we'll slowly
Woo!
upload the old set review shows. I'm just lazy to edit it. Tom's lazy to edit it. Yui's lazy to edit
Tom's currently indisposed of, but
it.
Tom is a bae.
All right. Yeah, so going over the rating system, for 1 stars, these are cards that are probably not worth investing to. These are,
pack filler.
yeah, kind of really bad.
Like
2
cards
stars,
Kevin would run.
these cards are like generic text or kind of niche cards. These are cards that you might run 1 or 2 of in your deck, maybe at all. They might find a way to deck, but it won't always be guaranteed into your deck. A 3-star card is a card that's like in between a 2-star and a 4-star. It has potential to be a staple, but it's also be potential to be kind of useless and just be like a niche tech. Why is my theme showing up? Whatever. And a
Kevin is on
4-star.
Echo Paro.
A 4-star is a card that is probably your staples for the set, and you will likely buy this card. And a 5-star is a defining card in the set, a card that you will want to buy and is the reason that you are buying into the set.
So every Nino card.
No, false.
Alright, let me close Steam and Steam my task manager here.
Look on the bottom right. Do you see a Nino there?
No.
No.
Exactly.
We asked
Because you bought
we
them
asked
all.
her to
I
put
tried.
Nino in
I
there.
tried to get her to replace the Miku with the Nino, and she forgot. It's okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
because she know who best girl is. It's not on there.
Are
I don't
we-
think-
Wait, Itsuki's right there. What the fuck?
No, best girl is fucking Raya, bro.
I thought it was right.
Little sisters all the way.
All right, let's get started.
Alright, let's get started on the
Yo.
show. So instead of starting with the color, we're gonna start with the Irreplaceable Bond.
Oh,
right.
5-star.
The Irreplaceable Bond package. Taya informed me that she decided to put this package in the front because all the cards go along with one another. So it's easier for us to rate it all together as one big package if we want to.
Yes,
Starting at the first card, go ahead, Jason.
All right. So our first card is a rare level 0 Futaro. This card cannot be targeted by opponent's effects, so it is hexproof. It has auto, climax combo, pay 4 and send 4 of your other characters from the stage to the waiting room. When you play the bar, if you're level 3 or higher, you then choose up to 5 markers underneath this, place them on stage in separate slots, and send this to memory. Then this card also has rest this, choose one of your characters, it gains 1k power, then choose up to one of your characters with Irreplaceable Bond in its name from waiting room. If the total number of cards you have in your memory or as a marker is 4 or less, and you don't have a marker underneath this with the same name, you may put it underneath this card face up as a marker. So it'll stack 5 individual cards that we'll go through now, and then its goal is to spawn all of them.
In the mirror match, whoever reaches level 3 first wins. Kind of cringe.
One nice thing about this is that you don't have to mark something to get the 1k, so that's always a possibility. We won't rate this now. We'll rate it all together as a whole package at the end of this because there's no point rating one without rating the others.
What do you think of this card, Human?
Yeah.
I think this card is actually pretty good.
I like that it has hexproof.
I say this because I know every single one of the other cards as a package as a whole. Honestly, this deck is pretty legit. I'd have to say.
Yeah,
And I am a man of memes, but for once I will not meme and say this package is actually legit and worth running.
Okay.
You know what's interesting about this card? Imagine if Devil Survivor 2 had hexproof on their marker stacker.
Yeah.
If only.
Imagine you just
markers.
imagine you just get 12 card compression on your field.
Yeah. This card having hexproof though is like actually what makes this card playable.
Yes.
Probably. All right. Well,
Probably
first card package. Go ahead, Jason.
All right. 3/2 Yotsuba. It's a common. Continuous. All of your other Irreplaceable Bond characters get 1500 power. Climax combo. Recollection at the start of your attack phase. If the bar is in your climax area, and you have the level 0 Futaro in your memory, you may put up to 2 cards from your deck into stock, and then your opponent chooses 1 climax from their waiting room, shuffles all the cards from their waiting room into their deck. So it Fumios them for 1 climax, and gives you 2 stock back.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Fumio's always a nice profile to have. What do you think, Human?
Just like icing on the top, you know. And like the Fumio is always nice to have, and it does blind stock too, which allows you to do the Nino combo if you really wanted to. And we'll get to it later, but the Miku combo also blind stocks one, so you just get just 3 free stock right there.
Pays for 3 out of the 4.
Yes.
They paid pretty good.
Right, next.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right. 3/2 Irreplaceable Bond Miku. Continuous. Assist 2500 to all Irreplaceable Bond characters. When this is placed from hand to stage, or by the auto effect of the level 0 Futaro, you may heal 1. Climax combo, recollection again at the start of your attack phase. If the bar is in your climax area, and if you have the Futaro in memory, you can choose up to 1 card from the top of your deck, stock it, and then choose one of your characters in this turn. It gets 2500 power.
So unlike the previous one, which is a Fumio in stock 2, this is only a stock 1, power pump 1. But it also has a heal effect on play. Thoughts on this, Human?
Yeah, the heal is definitely nice. It also like it can pump something up to 5k, which is pretty big and helps reversing stuff with the Itsuki combo if there is a target on the field.
Well, yeah, you don't have to worry about a targeting on the field. There'll basically always be a target on the field. Because I think of the next card.
Yes. But anyways, this card, pretty good. Goes well with the package.
Nope. It's the card after this, I guess.
All right.
I thought Ichiko was next. Sad. All right. 3/2 Irreplaceable Bonds Itsuki. On play from the effect of Futaro or from hand, heal 1. Climax combo. Pay 4 when the card's battle opponent is reversed. If you have another Quintuplets character and the Futaro in memory, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this and look at the top 2 cards from your deck. choose up to 2 of them, put them on top of your deck, and send the rest to the waiting room. So it mochas yourself for 2 cards and restands, helps set the triggers up.
If you have a
Itsuki
CX on the
Nino.
top too, you can stack it so you guarantee a cancel next turn. And a
Yes.
restand. You can also fix a trigger for your restand if you want to do like a cheeky side attack.
It also heals.
I think
And that's
all,
the thing.
yeah.
4 of the 5 heal, which is pretty
Yeah.
important. You can actually if you're compressed enough to the point where you can sack, then I think you can actually just sandbag at level 3, and if you go to like 3-4, you can just do this combo and just heal 4.
These are also just generic heroes itself, so then if you are sandbagging turn, you just hard play these if you have extra
Yeah,
copies.
that's true.
Well, the extra copies won't do anything though. They're just because they can't combo unless we.
Yeah, they can't combo, but they're healers if you're sandbagging a turn. And then
Yes,
they
and
hit,
they
like,
are just 2 soul attackers, I guess, at the end of the day, worst case scenario. But this
Futaro's
card
also
gets an
pretty cheap
extra
for resolve.
attack, which is pretty good.
right.
Oh, here it is. Okay. 3-2 Irreplaceable Bonds Ichika. Once again, when this is played from hand or by the effect of the Futaro, you may heal 1. Climax combo at the start of your attack phase. If you have the bar and Futaro is in your memory, you may send all your opponent's characters to memory, and if you do, you place those characters on stage in separate slots. Choose one of your characters this turn to get 2k power. I don't think we've had a card that lets you replace your opponent's characters since the Climax combo from Haruhi, Prima Proper Nagato.
Yeah, the previous
So
ones.
all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Previous one we
Like your
saw
version.
from Yuna, it's like random. I think there's one other one that's also random. Like, you send them to memory face down and they put it back up randomly. This is like the first one where we get to choose since Haruhi, which that card was on the ban list at one point. What do you think? What do you think about this effect?
This card is pretty bonkers, not gonna lie. And I think you agree as well. But the fact that you can, like, the blink ability is pretty nice to have. Like some residual effects or like lingering effects on your opponent's field, gone. It doesn't choose as well, so you can blink your opponent's entire field. Not only that, you can bring them up. It's like a grappling hook, but free, and it pumps 2k. It's like everything you want, right? It like goes really well with the package. Therefore, this card is really good.
Also, if you have like a level 1, or if you have like a level 1 or level 2 back row, you can set yourself up for some nice siding with your restander.
That is true.
Very sick card. Makes it's kind of almost like a deal breaker for this whole package, honestly.
Yes.
All right, 3-2 Irreplaceable Bonds Nino. This is I think the last card, right? Yeah. When this is placed from hand to stage by the hand or to stage by the Futaro, heal 1. Climax combo on attack. If you have the climax and you have the Futaro, pay the cost. All your characters get 1k power, and all your front row characters gain auto up to once per turn. When this card's damage is not cancelled, you may deal 1 to your opponent.
Yes.
Just extra goodies.
Probably the worst card of it.
Probably the worst card, but this is not mandatory pay 3. You don't have to pay 3 for this effect. But it's like, if you have stock where you might as well just throw it on. Who knows, the extra damage
So
could
like,
be helpful.
you need 5 stock to do the entire combo package. Cause 4 stock, you have 1 stock left. Blind stock 3, do this, attack 3 times, and if you attack with the Itsuki last, you can do the restand as well. So it's 5 stock to do all these. That's pretty good.
5 stock and be able to have a full board so you can sack them all.
Yeah, and 2 of them
Full
are going to be
board.
huge.
And
So-
then like you can do combo as well, which is like, what? Like 5 stock? Hello? You can literally sandbag the entire game as long as your opponent has like 3-0, maybe even less. You can probably like swing the game tempo in your favor since you just heal 4, you bring out big walls, you probably kill their field, you discombobulate their field actually, and then you can shit out a bunch of damage. So I think this package is pretty good.
Also,
So
like,
what do you think?
if your card lives after you heal everything and you don't die, you can also just combo again next turn.
Yeah, slam another
Yeah,
bar,
you're-
prim and proper them again.
Yeah, you'll have enough stock
Yes.
to do the whole combo again because you stock charge again.
Yes.
It's pretty sick, actually. All right, Yumin. So what do you think of the whole package?
The
Whole
whole package,
package.
right now, I'm thinking of giving it a 4, right? Giving it a 4. But just because if the Nino was a pay 3, everything gets on cancel burn, I think this could have been a 5. but
you don't
the
think the
Nino,
ramping's better?
the Nino out of all cards.
I don't actually think that matters too much. I think both of them are pretty mediocre.
Because you have Fumio, the ramping could be pretty good.
That's true actually, but like I think the on-cancel burn gets a lot more value. Like most of the time, because like if your opponent's like 3-0, you swing like 3-3-3.
Well, I mean, if you swung 3-3-3-3, right? You get maybe you're doing like you're doing 3 damage out of that. That doesn't really matter, but
That is
I
true.
mean, the ping
Like,
ones.
I do want
like,
to give this a combo 5 though.
because you can set up sides. That's like pretty important.
That's true. Actually, like now thinking about this combo with the Ichika,
side one
like
bird
you're
one,
pretty
you
much
put a little cube in front
guaranteed
of her.
to do a combo for the Itsuki, I think. You're pretty much guaranteed. As long as your opponent has a backer at least, you can probably do the combo.
All right, what do you think about how awkward it is for the ratios to get for the 5 markers?
I think like you could run 3 of the Itsukis and 2 of everything else, and it should be fine. I've tested this deck before as well. I thought
Okay,
why
you
three?
tested already?
Yeah,
I tested on
Why
TTS.
3 Itskis?
Okay.
I tested on TTS, but like 3 Itsuki just because like you want the combo, I guess. But
I
maybe
mean,
you can run
it's a
2
more
of each, and
playable
it
card.
should be fine.
All right, so your final
Okay.
ratings for?
Honestly, I think this set is good. I like this set personally. Okay. Therefore, I'm gonna give it a 5.
Oh, a 5!
Oh,
Starting off
okay.
strong, 10 out of 10,
Woo!
5 out of 5.
4 commons in a rare.
4
commons
commons
in a
rare.
rare
If
gets
you're
a
a
5
budget
rating.
player, if you're a
See,
budget
this
player,
is like
The
this is
budget
thing about-
deck.
Yeah, this is the thing about Weiss, man. Like you could have shit cards by themselves, but they work well together. Oh, that's the beauty, man. Just like me and Kevin, us two were shitty
Alright,
people
we're
in
gonna go to the
general,
next
but
card.
together we are truly something amazing.
okay, this is probably one of the better
Cringe.
Exodia cards in the set in the game.
Yeah,
though.
and probably in Weiss, to be honest. Like for an Exodia package, like this feels like actually plausible. Yeah, this is
Yes.
like something that those people that buy the rare and lower playset are probably like, man, I got like a real thing to play towards.
Yeah, they probably coomed
Pretty
that
rad.
first, man.
Okay, sir.
Like this
Okay.
combo is 10 out of 10. Poggy Woggy. I saw this combo, I coomed and it got soggy.
All right, we're gonna go to the
Okay,
next.
okay. You
Thanks for
gotta
your-
calm
thanks for-
down,
thanks for
sir.
that.
You have to calm down,
Please.
sir.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
17, please. Okay. So starting off for our actual colors now with yellow, which is what Ichika and Yotsuba.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So starting off, level 0 Ichika. She has on play from hand. You can look at the top card of your deck and either keep it on top or send it to waiting room, and then pay 1. Put the top card of your deck in the clock. When you do, you pay the cost. Search your deck for up to 1 level 1 or lower character. Show it to your opponent. Add it to your hand and shuffle your deck afterwards. So this is a Ricky. Hashtag Ricky.
That's exclamation point, Ricky.
Exclamation mark.
Oh,
Ricky.
exclamation mark, Ricky. Thanks, Kevin.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
How do you like
Ricky
it, Yuman?
profile. We've seen it a lot now. Usually, a lot of them had like really good secondary effect, like that Chica. But this one, second effect is not as
Chica.
good.
Chica Ricky's so good.
Chica Ricky is good, but this Ricky is not.
Okay.
This Ricky, I'd give it a 2, to be honest. It's a pretty generic Ricky. The first effect isn't like wow, right? So like, I think it's just a Ricky,
Just a Ricky. Okay.
just a Ricky,
Just a Ricky.
and I give it a 2.
Just like
I did.
I mean, technically
we
Ricky's
did
just a
discuss-
Ricky.
We did discuss this. So about my 10-page essay that I wrote on why this card is not that good. So anyways, while in the middle of writing this essay, it was like 2 a.m. and Matsuri started streaming. So I started
your
watching the
mouse
stream.
Okay, we're going next.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
Kevin, your mouse is on the screen, by the way.
Is my mouse on the screen?
Yeah.
It's over.
anyways,
Yuman.
like short, long story short, my entire essay, like some lines are just like me writing about Matsuri instead of the card.
All right,
itself.
fantastic. Thank you, Yuman. I'm glad. All right,
Yes.
next card. 1-0 Ichika. When this is placed from hand to stage this turn, this gets 1500 power, so it'll be a 6k base for the turn. Climax combo. When this is placed, when the choice is played on stage, if you have 2 more other quintuplets characters, this gains the following 2 abilities. Auto effect, pay 1 when this card attacks. You pay the cost if you do perform trigger step twice. So twin drive, and then at the end of this card's attack, you reveal the top card of your deck. Choose up to 1 level X or lower character from your waiting room, add it to hand, where X is the level of the character is revealed. So it's twin drive plus the Rico effect, just tied to your climax combo.
So set 1 had a decent combo already, and it also had like a twin driver for the Ichika waifu. So I don't know how much better this is. What are your thoughts,
But
Human?
that but this card is those two cards in one card. This could
True.
potentially mill. It's like it's one less mill, I think. Like this old actually no, two technically because you do trigger as well. But like you do get that bigger selection if you do hit a level 3. I think the ceiling for this card is much higher than the set 1. And like it is the same power as set 1 with climax. Like both are 6k on its own, 7k with climax. And like I think the twin drive effect is pretty good in this card.
All right. Another thing we can talk about is like being able to get the reveal at the end of a tech is kind of nice. 'Cause you can see if you get a CX, you can choose to attack with a non-combo and then twin drive this pay out the CX after.
Or just not twin drive
Exactly.
at all.
That's
Right?
why the twin drive is good.
Yeah, or
I
just
mean,
not twin
the
drive at
ability to
all.
pay out choices is definitely nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Like if you trigger a choice, you salvage or you stalk even more stonks and you pay it out right away. Like, whoo.
It's selection.
If that isn't like a, oh my god, I'm cooming combo, like I don't know.
Okay,
Bro.
can you calm down with the cooming?
Okay.
Okay, what'd you
Yeah,
rate this again?
but
I get okay. Combo itself is like pretty decent, but I'm not sure if you would run it in like every single deck since there are, I think like not necessary level 1 combos, but better selection from like other different girls, especially since this set is so waifu deck like focused. But for each waifu itself, I think this combo can be on par, if not better than the set 1 combo. But for now, I'll give it a 3 because I'm not too sure.
3, okay.
Right, at
Sounds
3.
good.
Ignore whatever just appeared there.
Uh,
All right, next.
All right.
Go ahead.
level 0 Yotsuba. Continuous. Assist 1k during your turn to level 0 lower characters. With Act, pay 1, send this to Waiting Room. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose to 1 Quintuplets character, show it to your opponent, add it to hand, and then if you have another Quintuplets character, you can choose the new level 3 Yotsuba Climax combo in your Waiting Room and send it to memory.
All right, so basically, if you're not playing this Yotsuba, there's no reason to play this because there's other cards in the set that checks 4. What else, Human?
Like the goal assist level 0 probably isn't too significant. And like you are forced to play that level 3 Yotsuba combo, so if you're playing that, then you'll probably play Yotsuba waifu. But like overall, like this combo is just so strictly locked into the Yotsuba waifu deck, where like it can't be played in any other deck. So like by itself, the card is not bad. I think it's a pretty generic card, top check 3, and like has the extra effect of sending the combo and makes the combo essentially free at level 3. But overall, I think this card is just like pretty average, maybe a little bit below average. Therefore, I'm going to give it a 2.
All right, what do you think about it in Yotsuba Waifu? Is you
In Yotsuba waifu, it's a little iffy. I think like this since I think people should run this card not because it's good, but because there's so little selection with the Yotsuba waifu decks. That this I think this card is a must run just for the mill. And if you do choose to play this combo over the previous set 1 combo, I think this combo is slightly better since it's actually like a decent finisher than Minusol. I think you run this card in Yotsuba waifu, but overall it's just really generic and it's ran just because there's not enough cards.
all right?
Literally is diet. Dear my sister, Mocha agreed.
Even
Unfortunate.
worse. That one's free. This one's
Yeah,
costed.
that one. Yeah, that's why it's diet. It's lame. All right. Double R. Rare level 0 Ichika. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, you move this to the center, front row center slot. And then auto, when this card becomes reversed, you may reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. If you revealed 1 or more, choose it to 1 character with each gun in its name. Add the hand, send the rest to Waiting Room, and then discard a card. So it is an on reverse Brise that is also doubling as a center runner.
All right, so center runners usually popular because they're 5 bodies. They're pretty hard to answer, but being 2K is not hard to answer into.
Yes. And like the strengths, like Kevin said, the strengths of being a runner is being big. It does have the secondary effect of being an on death Rize, but I don't think the second effect like sure, it's nice to have, but I'd rather have it as like a separate card that does like another thing than just an on death Rize. Like it kind of does like including the Rize effect into the runner just makes the runner bad. That's my take on this card. Therefore, I don't think it's like too good, and it is each waifu restricted as well, since you could only grab each cause. It is like a clock condition for a card that's coming up later, but I think you run it for that card alone. But overall, I think this card is pretty average.
It's
It's
rating.
nothing too special. I'll give it a 2.
2.
Good old
Okay.
2.
Nice and easy. All right, next card. 1-0 Ichika has 2 auto effects. First one is change. Send this to waiting room at the start of your climax phase. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose a 1-0 Ichika below from your waiting room and place it on stage in this card's former slot. And then it also has change. Pay 1. Send this to waiting room at the start of your climax phase. If you are level 2 or higher, you pay the cost. If you do, choose a 2-1 level assist Ichika from your waiting room and place it on stage in this card slot. So it's a double. It's a double changer to 2 different cards.
Well, usually changers are nice because you can act as additional copies of cards, but both of these cards are like cards you probably won't run love in each.
Mm-hmm. And the card itself is like that's all it does. So it's like if you want to have this card, if you think you won't get the 2-1, which the 2-1 is a pretty good card, I think. So you probably run it if you're playing Ichika. But the level 1 itself is probably not worth running, since like you don't want to take up too much deck space. Because the card is actually just a dead card in your hand or on field. Since it's
The
just
fact that it
4/5, it
makes
doesn't do anything.
the fact that it makes you have to actually pay for the 2-1 makes it undesirable because it's probably
Yes,
easy enough to select for the 2-1.
I agree. Yeah, I think the card is probably not worth running. It's because limited deck space and just like hard playing the 2-1 achieves the same thing.
Mr.
Right, so what do
Tiger,
you
hey
give?
look, nerf Psychono.
I'll
I think you
give
said, I think you even
Nerf
said the same thing
Psychono.
before.
What is Psychono?
This
I
one
don't know what
it
that
sends
is.
itself to memory.
Yeah,
I
this
don't know
card
what
Or
that. I don't know
they
what that
summon their
is. Like
2-1.
I'm pretty.
All right.
Psychono was like it was such a bad set, man.
Okay,
Only
sir.
bad people played Psychono. I think
Okay,
it was
5
sir.
star for cute.
okay, but
What do you
anyways,
want to
this
rate
card's
it,
a 1,
human?
just like the Psychono
1.
players.
All right, I'm glad. Let's move on.
5 stars for cute face.
True.
X.
All right. 3-2 Ichika. If you have the level 0 Ichika center runner Rize in your clock, this gets -1 level. Climax combo. When it attacks, if you have the choice CX in your climax area and 4 more other Quint characters, search your deck for up to 2 quintuplets, show them to your opponent, put 1 into your hand, send the other 1 to stock, shuffle your deck, and this card gets 3k power to the end of your turn. Then auto pay 1. When the card across from this attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, look up top 2 cards of your deck, choose the 2 of them, send them to waiting room, put the rest in under the top of your deck in any order. So it's like a search and stock charge combo that's big on offense, so it'll make sure it survives to be a defensive pay 1 Mocha yourself on your opponent's turn. Pretty neato.
This card's actually pretty nice because it does compress you 4 cards basically.
And it does plus you hand and stock.
Yeah. It's also not a bad standby target because the third effect is not limited to combo.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the card is. I think the card itself has pretty decent effects. And if you do the combo, it's like 14k on attack. It's only 10k on defense, which is kind of weak on defense. So I think like the whole goal of this combo is to kind of loop it and compress your deck more and more to the point where you pretty much won the game. But the clock condition does require you to play the Runner Rize, which I think isn't a bad card to play. It's just like you need to be playing this card if you do want to early play it. You can stand by it out, like you said, Kevin, but I don't think that gets like more value than stand buying like other cards that can be better. But the combo itself and the second ability is pretty decent. But outside of Ichika Waifu, I wouldn't really see this card being played. So I'll give it a 3 for now. I'm not entirely sure where this card
difference
fits.
in the context of Ichika Waifu or
No.
okay.
All right.
So maybe sick, maybe whatever.
This
right,
card like on its own is pretty sick, but I'm not sure if it'll find a place in decks of in the decks like people build. Just because there's like I'm just not too sure about it.
I'll be trying, guys.
Yeah, me
Yes,
and Kevin drafted up a Nito build for it.
Cool. You guys are both very good.
All right, 3-2 Yotsuba. Continuous. If you have 3 or more quintuplets characters in memory, this gets -1 level. And auto, when it's played from hand to stage, you may heal 1. So it's an EP with a more permanent condition, and it's a healer.
All right. Do you know that there's only two characters that can go to memory in the set? So that might make the condition a bit harder. Both of them are costed too. And it's just a generic heal. What's your thought?
Yeah, it's a generic healer, but Like the condition is actually pretty hard to get, I think. Like if you are playing the Yotsuba waifu, you do need to send the level. If you are playing the new level 3 combo, you do need the memory. So I guess that's like a benefit to run this card. But it's just like it would have been better, honestly, if it was just a vanilla 2 or less healer, since the condition's a lot easier than the 3 memory, in my opinion.
Okay,
So it's just like very generic, but the condition's made harder, and you need to play Yotsuba waifu. So the card itself is, I give it a 2, but
2.
specifically like a very, very low 2, almost on the borderline of 1.
Okay.
Okie
I want that star filled into about 33%.
No,
There's only
32
like
stars.
this is like the only EP healer besides the combo. Set one.
It's like
For Yotsuba
it's
waifu.
like if we're thinking about math, because quintuplets has an integral sign. It's like
Okay, so
limit.
we're going
Okay,
next.
we're
We're
not
going next. We're
doing
going
this.
next. We're
That's
going next. We're going
1.9999.
next.
Human will mute you, I swear to God. Alright, level 0 Ichika. Auto, when this card is placed from hand to stage, choose up to one of your opponent's characters, send it to memory, then choose one of your opponent's character. Choose your opponent's character. They place it back
It's a
on the
blink.
stage in any
It's a
slot.
blink, guys.
blinker. Yeah. When this card attacks, you may choose one of your quintuplet's characters. This turn gets 1500 power. So blinker, power pumper, kind of dank.
2
Not
bad
really.
effects, 2 average effects, and 1. What's your thought, Ewan?
I give this card a 1.
Okay.
Okay. Not dank enough, I guess.
Not dank at all.
Moving
Actually.
on.
We're probably
I
not
don't
in
think this
meta where
card
you
is
need a
good.
blinker.
This card sucks.
Next.
Alright, level 0 Yotsuba. If this card is in the front row center slot, it gets +1 soul. Pay 1 Digiclimax, add a climax from your waiting room to your hand. So it reminds me of the Kokoro drop search, but it's a CX swapper instead. It's actually kind of sick. I love the center slot +1 soul.
There's
effect a lot.
actually 4 new CX swappers plus the 1 from this last set, so not each girl will have a CX swapper. So this is the first one we'll see.
Didn't Nino get another one? I thought she had 2.
No,
got
she
another one
did
in the
not
set.
get a new
Technically,
one.
the old one
Okay.
is technically Yotsuba.
Yeah, but that's an yeah.
Shut up. Yeah, you're right, but shut up. Yotsuba has 2. OP.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yo-
this is what the world. This is why the world is dying, because people like me who are right are forced to be quiet by the people who are
Alright,
wrong.
Okay,
what do
you.
you
okay.
think of the card, Human?
This card, it's a climax swapper. It does get that 1 soul in the middle, because like most climax swappers, right? Like you climax swap, and then like they just become like a dead card on the field. But this card can actually get more value if it's on the field. But it is Yotsuba waifu. It's a 2.
Okay.
Yumin just hates Ichika Sag. I don't hate her. I just
Alright.
strongly dislike her.
1-0 Ichika. During your turn, for each of your other Ichikas in its name, this card gets 1k power, has a soul trigger, and notably this is the change target from the prior 1-0 Ichika as well. So it's a 7-5 if you have a full field of Ichikas.
This is
on
not
your
related to the set review. Who's Rushix?
Who's
Okay,
Rushex?
anyhow,
I don't
ignore
know.
that. That's Chad, but just keep going.
Oh, that's Chad. Hi, Chad.
All
But
right.
anyways,
7-5 body has a slow trigger when you're playing like the 8 choice because you're playing Ichika waifu. Okay, target.
that's a pretty
Slime
good
card.
target. I think this card could actually see play in the 8-choice deck, since it just specifically because it does have the trigger. Since it can be a target, like early on, if you trigger it, if it's your waiting, you can probably grab it, play it at level 1, kill something real quick, and towards the late game, you can probably stalk it without having to feel pressured about stalking your level 3s and not having them. So this card can see, I think this card could see play. So therefore, I'll
Right.
give it. But it is just like a generic like 7-5 meter. But the soul trigger is actually quite interesting.
This card is played in 8 choice for slime.
Like I'm like on the fence of giving it a 3, but for now I'll just give it a 2,
All right.
Okay. Sounds
since you
good.
cannot play it in literally any other deck.
Yeah,
Or you can,
Ichika
but it just won't be
restricted.
as good.
Well, no, you like really can't. It's Ichika restricted. All right, 1-1 Yotsuba. Auto effect. When you use this card, it's a backup. When you use this card's backup, you pay the cost. If all your characters are Yotsuba,
Yeah, it's at 5
free-
Yotsuba.
yeah, 5 board of 5 Yotsubas, to free fresh, and it's a 1500 backup.
First, Free Fresh we've seen it on a level 1 backup, and also only 2 costs instead of 3 costs, which might be bad, but it might be
It's
Nice.
cheapo, but
It
playing
does
with
require you.
Chisato
Does
was
require you to
cringe.
have like a 5 or more. But like Jay, we discussed this, and Jason, you mentioned you brought up a great point saying if you use JC with this card, then
Yeah.
this card kind of becomes useless.
Also, another thing is because you're playing Yotsuba waifu, you're likely playing 8 bar, and then Free Fresh is not as good for 8 bars because you don't know when you trigger bars, they'll
You're
go
just
to your
picking out
hand.
random blind stocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sample
But
nerf
I think this
is-
card can see play in other decks as a 1/5 backup cost 1.
Shut up.
Okay. What do you want to rate the card, Human?
I'll give it a 2.
2. Okay, sounds good.
Since you can't, you literally cannot play it in any other deck.
All right.
I mean, you
2-1
can.
2-1 Ichiko. Continuous. Level assist, 500 to characters in front of it, whatever. Times your level. Auto, when this card's trigger check reveals a climax with a choice trigger. If there is no markers underneath this card, you may choose one quintuplets character from your waiting room, put it underneath this card face down as a marker. Act, you can send one marker from underneath this card to the waiting room, choose one of your opponent's characters, send it to memory, and then at the start of their encore step, your opponent puts the card back on the stage.
Card is sick.
I actually like this. In context of the
this card's
level
so
3 Ichika from set 1, being able to open a lane is actually really beneficial for that finish.
I agree. I think this single-handedly can be the best card that came out of the set for Ishika.
It's also actually really nice with that new 3/2 as well. If that card's power isn't big enough, like versus like a standby or something, or like you can hard remove Geld in versus like 8 standby slime. Just
Boy,
blink
that's
the Geld
true.
away.
Being able to get rid of the Gil is actually really big.
Alright.
But it is like, again, it is strictly choice trigger, so you have to be playing a choice.
You
But I
only
think the
play
card
4.
is.
Oh,
I
no,
think
you
this
don't
card
have
is
to
like.
play. You don't have to play 8 choice, I think. I think
You
any...
can play just 4, and it's probably fine.
That's actually true as well.
'Cause you
Like,
can only bank 1, right? It's
I
not like
think
it's
the
not like
card-
the Alice from Sao.
like the
where you need,
card
2.
itself, I think it's good enough to for me to give it a 4.
Okay.
Alright, pretty good. A 4.
Wow. That's like, is it the highest rated Ichika card so far?
Yeah, Ichika is not gonna have a. Actually, no. Technically, Ichika from the irreplaceable
proper
font
Ichika,
is
yeah.
5.
Oops.
True.
I heard 5. I pressed 5.
That's technically 6 5-stars right there, right?
I'm not a 5-star, Kevin. Don't be that. Just
Alright.
because of that, I want to give it a 3. Just kidding.
Level 0 Reina, noted. She is traitless.
Just straight
Alarm. If this card is at the top of your clock at the start of your main phase, you may draw one. If you do, discard one. And a second alarm. If this card is at the top of your clock, if you have 3 or more quintuplets characters at the start of your climax phase, choose one of your characters this turning its 2k power.
Yeah, why is she tradeless? Thankfully.
That means you actually.
Thank-
can't-
Technically, she's one of the quintuplets. Spoilers.
She's literally a who. Nobody knows.
I know.
Alright, that's fantastic. I think we'll get
But
everybody knows
anyways,
now.
like.
How's the card
Like this
though?
card actually you cannot search for it. You cannot salvage it unless you're playing the set 1 brainstorm. So like you have to hard draw this card.
It's kind of like wasted slots.
Yeah. So this card is a 1.
Feels bad for
Okay.
Reina.
You mean
Sad.
Musubi?
Alright. Level 0 Ichika. Auto. When your other quintuplets character is sent from stage to waiting room, if this is in your back row, you may pay the cost to sack this. If you do, return that character to the stage in its former slot rested. Then it also has act, rest this, choose one of your quintuplets characters. This turning gets 1500 power. And if that character is the 1/0 Ichika climax combo from set 1, this gets the ability when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may send that character to stock, and if you do, they take the bottom card of their stock and put it into the waiting room. So it's the Amelia
Stock.
Encore with an extra synergy effect if you choose to play the old 1/0 Ichika combo.
So this is one of the reasons why we could play the old combo.
Yes.
Also nice that you can pump your character and then save it, so that maybe you loop it.
It's like worst case if you're not playing the level 1 combo, it's just a pump 1/5 and sack itself to save a card. This card is pretty decent. It would have been very broken if you can choose any card and give it on reverse,
Stock kick.
send it to stock.
It feels kind of mediocre though in like non-Ichika things where you can just opt to play JC if you're not gonna play
That's true.
certain things,
But
right?
like you said, Jason, in the Itsuki deck, where you
Yeah.
can, if every time you use act gets like 1/5, so you can combo, loop it, and then have it attack for like 9k.
Cheap act enabler for
Yeah.
for cards we'll see
Very, very
later.
cool card that for anything that wants to loop or try to loop. It's really nice.
But like,
Alright.
it is like fairly generic. Therefore, I'm gonna give it a 2 for now. I'm not sure where this card will fit into the decks, but I'm pretty sure it can see some play.
I thought Simple Gears would see some play, and that one didn't see play at all. So who knows?
Oh, then a
anymore.
1. Just kidding.
Okay, 1/0 Yotsuba. Auto.
Oh
When this card
god.
attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck, and then choose one level X or lower character from your waiting room. Add it to hand. X is the level of the revealed cards. And then auto recollection. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, if you have a card in memory, choose one of your other quintuplets characters, and this turn it gets 3k power. These effects should have been reversed.
Yeah, this card was similar to the one in Sal. I think her name was Elise, but just reverse timing, so it's much worse.
Mm-hmm. This card is pretty bad. I think there's nothing really much to say about this card. It's bad. It's a 1. That's the face I'm making right now. The card, just because how bad this card is.
Okay. Next, 3/2 Ichika. Continuous. Assist 2k power on play from to stage from hand. Heal 1. This ability activates 3 times per turn. When your other character is placed on stage from the waiting room, choose one of your characters this turn. It gets +1 soul.
Healer
Cool card.
assist.
And
Soul
Uh,
Pump.
Soul.
Soul Pump. How many changers does Ichika have? So you probably won't use it too much in waifu, but it is nice for like standby.
Stage from waiting room. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're summoning stuff from waiting room standby.
That is
That's like the
true.
only
I don't
time
think
you good.
I don't think Ichika has like other changers.
It's only the 1/0, right?
Yes.
She might have maybe like one other one in the old set. I'm just not thinking about it all.
I don't
but
think there's a
like,
changer. I don't think there was.
I don't
There definitely
recall there
wasn't.
being either.
I mean, like, this changer is like, there's the Yotsuba had a changer.
I mean, on the bright side, right? It does work with standby. That's the saving grace. Is it doesn't have to pump the card that gets summoned. You can stand by
So,
and beat
like,
and then pump something.
yeah, if you
Ichika did get one standby last set.
that is true.
True.
And
But like,
it has a really nice tutu.
Oh right, Chad's right. There's another card in the set that does it as well. So.
Oh, you did learn Ichika, but that one summons from hand, not from waiting rooms. It's not the same.
Oh, you're right.
You won't get the soul.
It's not just if you change. It's if you come from waiting room. Yeah. Unfortunate.
but yeah, I think the card is pretty average. It does heal though, so if you decide to hard play, it's not bad. It can just be like an extra healer that's a 2k assist.
Okay.
But for now, I'll give it a 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah, 2k assist. Cool card. All right. 1/1 event. You cannot play this card. This character. Please unless you have a character. Each get his name. Look at the top X cards of your deck. Choose up to one card from among them, add it to your hand, and send the rest to waiting room. X is equal to the number of characters of each card his name that you control +1.
+1, so you can check up to 6.
Or you can top check 2 if you play one each. You can play this in any other deck if you have one each card. Pay 1, look it up to 2, grab a card. Kind of pog.
No, it's worse than Kazuma effects.
No, it's not.
I don't think
in
you
the
even
Ichika
play
waifu,
this.
it is good mill.
Do you even play this Ichika waifu? What do you have for mill? You have the Rize?
You have any other card?
It helps you loop your choice if you want to, so you can play the back row.
Yeah, it is one of the only few ways you can find CXs.
I guess. But like
And
overall,
you're already
this
gonna be
card
playing
is
a bunch of
probably
Ichikas.
this card is probably not that good.
I could see like if you have like 1 or 2 card space, you could just slam like 3 of
Actually,
this in.
technically, like, because the set 1 Ichika brainstorm does top check, and if it's a character or event added to hand, so you can grab this off that brainstorm if you really wanted to.
Oh, true.
You also
that does synergize
you
a
actually have a
little bit
lot
with
of mills because of the brainstorm we'll see later. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll like. Honestly, I think this card is just a 1.
art
Still
is
one.
5 out of 5 for glasses, Ichika.
True.
He's wearing 3D glasses. Blue
Look
on
at that
one side,
wink.
red on the other side.
Dude, too bad these slides don't have
Alright.
the SRs and spoiler arts. Alright, we are done with yellow. Here we have Miku, Itsuki, and Yotsuba. So 3 girls for this color.
Boo.
Woo. I care about one of those girls.
No, I really.
I mean, I like Yotsuba too, I guess. But
Alright, ready?
Sure.
double R level 0 Yotsuba. When this card attacks, choose one of your other quintuplets characters. This turn it gets X power. where X is equal to the number of your other quintuplets characters times 500. And it has auto, pay 1 during your opponent's turn. When this card is reversed, you pay the cost. If you do, rest this, and at the start of your next encore phase, send this to memory. So it's the 1-1 the Shizu Encore from Slime 2. That's a good card.
That was a card I seen a lot of play in both a choice and the Pan Store build. Sees a spot in this set too. We'll find out.
I think this card could probably run as a solid level 0.
Also, nice green fixture.
So,
Wasn't too
but
many
and then
green
this
fix.
card is not strictly Yotsuba waifu. It's not trade
No,
locked.
this
It's
isn't
not
good.
name locked. So this card can be played in other decks. I'm not sure if you'll find value in other decks, but it's a pretty solid card, I think.
Ready?
Let's give it a 2.
Two. Sag.
Okay.
We built all this and then just
Yeah,
two.
yeah, it's really solid card. Yeah, it's looking good too. Okay, sounds good.
All right.
I mean,
Moving
like,
on.
I don't think it's a 3. It's not that good.
Okay.
Okay.
Agree to disagree, but your show. It's all you, man.
My
Cringe.
opinion matters.
3/2 Yotsuba. Auto. Pay 2, discard 1. At the end of this card's attack, you pay the cost. If you do, send the bottom 5 cards of your opponent's deck to the waiting room. Deal X to your opponent until the end of your opponent's next turn. This gets 1k power. X equals the number of climaxes sent to the waiting room with this effect. Climax combo. When the bar is placed in your climax area, if you are level 3 or higher and this card is in your memory, you may place this the stage in any front row slot. Why doesn't this card heal?
Yeah, we saw this type of combo from Gochisa, right? Dear My Sister.
Yeah,
That one healed. This one doesn't heal, but this one has a
that one
combo.
that was just a burn.
And
I
so
guess this has an actual combo. That one's combo was just spawn, but
I mean, it's like a semi-finisher because Yotsuba literally didn't have a finisher.
you can also play
Actually,
this not as a
there's a
finisher.
clock kick in the TD.
There's a TD clock kick, but this
There's
might
a
be
TD
better.
clock kick.
Oh,
Actually,
baby.
TD clock might be better than this if you think about it.
But
Like, if you don't
it's an
play the
Icy
combo.
Tail, gets 1k, and technically, if you do actually like in hindsight, it's not free because you do need to pay 1 to like send this card to memory. But like if you do like play out your game, this if you get 3 into memory, like you can just slam bar, just play these.
Oh,
But I don't think the combo is good enough for like to get much value.
I mean, it
If you
still
do it.
makes you pay. It makes you pay the exact same cost as if you played the card from
So
hand,
technically,
right?
it's like a ditch one.
No, it's literally just playing the card. Pay 2, discard 1
Yeah, so like
for
it's
the
technically a
combo.
ditch one. And
It's
the
not a
Yeah.
ditch one because
'Cause
it's
you
investing.
you
It's
play
like
the
you invested
card.
the card on the board.
Yeah, you
Because
didn't
you had to discard a
yes,
card
sure,
to
sure,
play
sure,
the
yeah,
dude.
sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure. I
So
see what
it
you
it
mean.
is effectively just I summoned the dude. I played my dude Icy Tail 5.
Yeah.
But if this card healed,
That would
card
be pretty
healed,
good. That would be pretty good.
this card would be pretty rad.
But it. So it's not
It's also
bad.
it's also 10-5 base.
Yeah, 10-5. I wonder where that 500 power came from. Like, it's so sad.
Yeah.
All right, what's the rating, sir?
Uh, I'm actually not too sure because this card, like, you probably
Oh.
don't play it outside of Yotsuba waifu.
Here's
But,
my theory for Yotsuba Wife. You run one of the CX for this. You run the whole package, the memory package. You still play the Maiso. After your Maiso turn, you plop this bad boy down and you go ham.
Okay, so this card's a 2.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, rare level 0 Yotsuba. Pay 1, drop 1. When this is placed from hand to stage, you pay the cost of it. You search your deck for one quintuplets character, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Then also has auto, pay 1, ditch 1. When this card is placed from hand to stage, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one character in your waiting room, add it to hand. So it is a drop search and a drop salvage on a single card.
I love cards that has W utility in one.
Blob
Yes.
sweat.
These are like high deck slot preserve
Efficiency.
efficiency. Yeah.
This card is rad.
Yes. This card is pretty good, I think. Like double hand fix, like 2 cards in one. Also,
When-
like for the amount of things it does, being 2k, it's actually pretty
Yeah,
big.
when-
I think.
I look at it like
Oh, Jason
Oh.
died.
Jason.
Jason, hello, Jason.
Oh, he finally died. Yeah, finally. Let's go, bro.
All right, Yuma, let's talk more about this card while Jason
anyways,
reconnects.
I think Jason was gonna say. I know what he's gonna. He's gonna say like, cards usually start at 3K, and every effect that they have, it's minus 500. So it's like 3K, but you get the 2 effects, so it's 2K. I think that's what he's gonna say because he's Jason, and I know Jason because I love him. He doesn't love me back though, kind of sad.
Kind of
But
sad.
anyways, I think this card is like it's a good like utility card, but I think that's just all it does. So like if you're not using the drop searchers, if you're not using the drop salvage, and if you like open with this card is kind of bad. But I think this card's like a 2 for now.
Well, I like
Card so
this
OP he
card.
DC'd, I disagree.
2 for now. 2 because there's 2 effects.
No Hololive cards of today. Kevin safe for another day. Just kidding, bro. Technically, you're not safe because one day you're gonna have to do 144 cards.
Yeah, but that's a problem for future me,
Oh, you're
not
right.
current me.
You're right.
1 star for one effect, and a star for the second effect. Feels bad, man. I
Yeah, this
personally
card
think-
is like, I think this card's pretty good. It's definitely like playable, right? I think I personally really like this card, therefore 2.
Do we go on without Jason? What do you think, guys? Show must go
think-
on.
I don't think he brought anything to the table, anyways.
Whoa, that's really toxic, dude.
I don't know, bro. Just kidding. I love Jason almost as much as I love you.
Oh, thanks, dude. I love you too.
Whoa, human
Not-
toxic.
not-
Who is
not-
Yukos? Who is Yukos? Oh, there he goes.
Yukos? I think he's a New Yorker guy.
Finally, Jason gone.
Okay.
I can unleash my power.
Oh, let's remove this 2-star rating right now. I guess
Honestly,
I'll-
this card is probably a 2.
Okay, I'll take over for him now. Wait, you loved this card in the day that he became God, though.
Oh, 5.
Okay, 1-0 Yotsuba. If all your characters are Yotsuba, this gains 1k, so it'll be 5k cross 5/5 crosser. When you have the gold bar CX in your climax area, and you have another Quintuplets character, you can choose one of the 2 effects to gain. Either this is on attack stock charge, or when this card gets front attack, you can bounce it back to hand. So this is like the choice combo from Day It Became a God. This guy owns.
Say you flavor Pog.
This guy got 4 SPs of that card in the Day It Became God. Will he get 4 SRs of this? We'll find out.
Actually, wait. This card actually might be Pog in the Yotsuba waifu deck. Cause this actually gives a level 1 combo.
Wait, the level 1 combo
First-
wasn't that bad in first set either. This
Nah,
one doesn't really work as well
personally,
with
I don't like
JC.
cigarettes combo.
Yo, you know what you can do? You can, instead of get the bounce back, you can gain stock to pay for your JC to get a bounce back.
Wait, that's actually kind of Pog.
No, that's stupid, dude. I was just joking. You probably don't
No,
play
no, no.
JC
But
with
say you flavor Pog, I agree. Since Yotsuba is Ayaneru, Hina is Ayaneru. I want to Ayaneru.
Okay.
But anyways, I love this card almost as much as I love Kevin. Jason's still gone. I think we have to go on without him, but that's okay. He didn't really. Actually, he was here because I love him. But
Alright.
anyways, this
What's-
card
what's
is
the
a
rating?
3.
Oh, it's a 3. It's higher than 2. Holy shit. Yotsuba gets a card higher than 2. Alright, next.
Russia third new host. Nice.
Alright, 3-2
I can
Itsuki.
scream like Russia if you guys like.
Oh, please don't.
I
If you
can
have,
scream.
if
like
you have
that.
4 more
I can literally
Itsuki
beat Russia,
characters.
except I'm not flat.
Alright, if you have 4 more Itsuki characters, this gets -1 level in hand. On play, you may heal, and it gains the effect until the end of your opponent's next turn. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, choose one of your opponent's characters, and that character cannot be reversed. So choose one of your opponent's characters. And auto, this card activates once per turn. When you use an act ability, if you're another Quintuplets character, this gains 3k, so it'll be 11k. Oh, he's back! We just read this card because we took over for you.
I love this card.
You can talk about this card, and you can go ham about this card.
Alright, well, you mean
Are we forgetting on who is the guest for the show? Alright, it was Jason because I'm the
Yeah.
host. So
Yeah.
Jason,
you're the new,
what
you're the
are
new
what are your
hostess
thoughts
with the
on this
mostest.
card? What are your thoughts, Jason?
I love Itsuki.
I thought you were gonna say I love you, so I was like really getting really excited. But like you said, I love
No.
Itsuki, so I was like, fuck.
No. I like this card. It's a healer. It denies Itachi's. It sets up reverses for the set one Itsuki combo because I think that card's the play in 8 door. And also pumps itself when using act, which you're probably going to be doing anyway in this deck. So it's huge on offense. And defendable. Cool card. What did the Yotsuba get, by the way? The drop search, drop salvage.
Gave it a 2.
You're cringe.
Jason, you're cringe.
He gave
What,
the-
okay, well,
he-
okay, Jason,
I-
let's. Okay, what would you have given it? What would you have
4.
given it? 4?
4.
You are 4 king high, man.
True. I wish. But
he gave the Hina combo clone, Yotsuba clone, a
It's technically
4?
worse
A
than the
3.
Hina because like
It is
it
worse than
doesn't
Hina. It's 1k
worse.
yeah,
less.
it's the Sayo from. It's literally the Sayo from Bandori.
yeah, but that card sucked.
It's literally the same card.
No, it's
It's
not.
a bar versus a pants. It's literally the same
No,
card
no,
as the
it
Sayo.
literally isn't. It literally isn't.
They're
The
both- they're
effect,
both
the
65.
effect is different. The effect is different. The
Wasn't
timing
it-
of the effect is different. Go search it up right now.
Were they not both on attack, either blind stock one or
The
bounce?
Yotsuba is
But it's-
on play of climax, isn't it?
Oh, Kevin, go back one.
I will bet 3 Meg.
Yeah, it's on
Nuggies
Places
right now.
Climax.
Exactly. That's what I fucking.
It's
thought.
like
Is it
Hina.
a-
It's like Hina. From,
Wait, is this?
That's
wait,
what
when
I
does
thought,
Sayo-
Jason. That's
wait,
what I
doesn't the
thought,
Sayo
bro.
do it at the same time as well?
I don't know.
That's what I
I don't
thought.
know. I don't know, dude. All right, can we talk about this card, please?
I
this card is
just
pretty
talked about this card. I said it's good.
All right,
Card's
Yumin.
rad.
Good.
Yumin, what's your thoughts?
I think this card is actually pretty sick for the Itsuki waifu, since like the old combo you can actually get reverses without your opponent crashing field.
All right,
Also,
what's the
like
rating?
you can choose not to, like
You can
give your
choose their
opponent that
back
effect.
row. You know.
You can choose back row as well, so like it's not
Wait.
it's not mandatory. So I think it's pretty good for the Itsuki waifu. I'd give it a 4, but like since you cannot play it in the other deck besides Itsuki waifu, I'll give it a 3.
Wait, Sayo's literally just better. Sayo's on attack. It's literally just better.
Okay, Jason, we are not here to look at. we are not here for you.
It is so cringe.
All right, 4
No, I
star.
don't love you
We'll
anymore.
give it
I
a
don't
we'll
love
give
you.
it a 4
It's
star.
good. Yeah, let's go. Woo.
Give it a
It
4.
goes
I
on
said a
Victor
3,
Matters.
bro.
It's a
4.
4.
It's our show
Bruh.
now.
Okay, okay, sure. I will read
Alright.
the I will read the card effects and you rate
No,
it.
you will not. 3-2 Miku. When this card is placed from hand to stage, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put them back on top of your deck in any order. Then choose up to one of your opponent's characters. Return it to hand. And then ditch one headphones event. So it could be either the first set one or the new set one. When it's placed from hand to stage, you pay the cost. If you do, you free fresh. So it's a 3-2
Refresh.
free fresher and a check 3 rearranger top deck and bounce 1.
Like a pay 2. It's got a specific card.
It's
Only a level 3 free
Not
fresh.
bad.
it's a
Okay.
card.
It's a card. Will Lissy play? One of, maybe 2
Maybe.
of.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a
I don't
bouncer.
think this deck is that good.
I'm
And
pretty sure
Miku,
there's a
like,
better bouncer in set 1, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not Miku.
It's Yotsuba. But anyways, I don't think this card is that good.
All right, rating?
Can you guess what I'm gonna give it?
No.
1.
A 2.
You're cringe.
Okay, 1.
And then let's say that the Yotsuba drop search gets a 4. And then we're good.
A 1. No. Yotsuba
Okay.
wife. Yotsuba drop search, drop salvage. is
Yotsuba
okay.
gets a 4 because she's the 4th sister.
Yeah, she
True.
also she also dies. By
Alright.
the way.
Level 0. No, she doesn't. Level 0 Itsuki. Pay 1 ditch a climax. When it's played from hand to stage, you may choose a climax in your winning red at the hand. And then rest 2. Choose one of your characters and it gets 3k power. This card is basically the Kaide from Albuta, but I
Fun-
think this card
funny
actually
girl.
gives more power.
No, Kaida is 3k as well, isn't it? Or is it 2k?
Talk
I
swap.
feel like
I
I
think
think
it
I
was
talked
2K.
to Dan about this, and the Kaide was less, but I don't really.
I thought it was 3k, but like
I don't know,
it doesn't
regardless.
matter. This card, like for the Itsuki waifu deck, that's pretty good. I think. Like it also goes well with the level 1 combo since you do. Since like the level 1 combo can literally get to like 11k if you use the act
Yeah.
and pump it to 3k.
I think it'll hit 10k. Huh? Doesn't it hit 6k by
6k.
itself and then
Oh yeah, it
CX
does hit
7k,
10K.
10k?
It's Act 6k. Yeah, it'll be 10k, right? Act 6k. If
Yeah.
you do this, you
10K,
can
yeah,
give it
10K.
3k, and then
Well, we'll talk about that
Same
when the
card.
card shows up.
yeah,
But
it
like
should
it's
be
just like
eventually.
another drop search with like a second.
Drop,
effect,
drops
it's like,
CX
Drops-
swappers.
okay.
drop
CX,
CX salvage.
CX salvage.
yeah,
Salvage.
climax
CX
swap, I
swapper.
mean.
CX
So
swap number
for
3.
now, I'll give it a 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah, it's
that's
it's
fine.
like
It's
a
cute though.
fine.
Look at that face.
It is cute,
That's cute, you.
just like me.
All right, level 0 Miku. When displayed from hand to stage, you may mill 3, and this is also a CX swapper.
It's literally darkness.
Yeah, darkness
That-
from not too
Quintessential.
Yeah,
love
that was a pretty good CX swapper though, for what it's worth.
because it can
It
help you
does
mill your
mill.
CX.
The mill is nice. It's like another climax swapper for Miku
When
waifu.
you really want that climax, anything that helps put that climax is like appreciated, right?
So I'm a
Yeah.
preemptively put a 2 here.
Kaede was also rest 2, give 2k, by
I'll
the
give
way.
it a 2.
All right, next.
So Kaede was 1k power less on the buff. Alright, 1-0 Itsuki. When you use this card's backup, you may mill X, where X is the number of your Itskis.
All right, do you see anyone
You
play?
mill your deck for X, just to specify properly, and it's a 1500 backup.
Do you see anyone play mill 3 backups? No. Even?
No. And like,
So-
it is like 1-5 as well. It's a 1-5 backup only, so I don't think this card is that good.
Rating?
I'll give it a. Honestly, like, I don't think people will actually just play this card, so I'll give it a 1. I think it's
Okay,
that
moving
bad.
on. Let's go. Did you go next? 1-0 Miku. Once placed from hand to stage, you may choose one of your other quintuplets characters. This turn it gets 2k power. When it's attacked, if you have 2 or more other quintuplets characters, you may draw 1. If you do, discard 1.
Yeah.
They really,
This card's kind of bad.
Yeah.
yeah, they really like
It's a
swapping
1.
these desirable effects on the awkward timings. All right, moving on.
And fix
This
some much
hurts.
better
This
on
almost
play.
hurts, man.
1-0 Yotsuba. When it's placed from hand to stage, this turn this gets 1-5. Yeah, this card gets 1-5. When this card's battle button gets reversed, if you have a climax in your climax area, you can put the top card of your deck into stock. So it's a 6k, 7k when you play the climax stock charger.
Dude, I actually love
Okay.
this type of profile, especially since it's 6k.
This card's so much better than the
I think-
style one.
I think cards like this is actually like really busted, especially since the greens already has a JC and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You stock charge
this
and
card
then
in the
bounce
green
this
stuff.
back with a JC, dude.
But like, yeah, this card is like pretty decent, I think. It's not limited to
Gives-
Yotsuba waifu either, so you can use it for like a stock charge. And
Human fan
other decks.
420.
Human. Wait, what?
Hey,
Human
Chat.
fan 420 coming for human. I swear this is UA.
It
this,
is you, 100%.
I swear it's UA.
all right. You don't think this
Yeah,
card is
but
that
too.
good?
I think
Yeah.
this card, it's pretty good. I think like it can be used in other decks. It's a 2.
Yeah, this card's a lot more generic.
A 2?
2, damn.
I'm
All right, Kevin,
so
not,
hurt.
Kevin, not our show.
I am
not our
so hurt.
Kevin, it's not our show. It doesn't matter. 2-1 Yotsuba. Continuous level assist times 500. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may choose a 3/2 Yotsuba in your waiting room. Send it to memory, and then auto ditch a CX. When you trigger a climax, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card, add it to your hand, send the rest to the waiting room.
Yo, this helps you
It's
get memory
literally played
condition.
for the.
Helps
Literally
you get,
played for the bar.
still
Because
paying-
you have
you're
to
still-
discard 1 climax.
helps you get memory condition for your EP
Yeah.
healer, dude.
you,
It's a
you still
climax
pay.
support.
You still pay 1 for it. It's kind of sad.
Dude, you can play these in pants.
Yeah, bro. Okay, you can play this in
It-
book because every time you trigger book, you always drop book.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
But anyways, like this card is strictly for Yotsuba waifu. Like, it's a pretty decent card to run since it does give you that memory. And it's a level assist as well, which is like icing on top, I think. And it does like filter out the bars in your hand, I guess, if you do trigger a lot of bars. But I don't think the card and like the whole
Rating?
like it's actually like
Rating.
it's actually kind of skewing my judgment a little bit because I think the whole package is kind of bad.
All right,
Honestly.
rating.
This card is pretty good, 2 out of 5.
Okay.
Okay. Next card. 2-1 Miku. This is once per turn when you play an event. Choose a character this turn. It gets X power, where X is your level times 15. And then auto ditch a climax. When you trigger reveals a climax, you can pay the cost. If you do, choose 1 character or headphones event from your waiting room and add it to your hand.
Why are you laughing, Jason?
All right.
Uh,
Actually, so freaking they had something like this, right? where you
Yes.
get the whenever you trigger CX, you can additionally salvage character, and this one also lets you get the headphones event. But the headphones event does
Whatever.
allow you to activate the power buff.
Yeah. So if you do trigger the climax, then like the next turn, the headphone event can potentially turn into like a
3K counter.
3K counter.
But what if I want to play the one that doesn't have a counter?
Oh, then you're playing Miku.
Which that one's
Which
like
is
actually-
better. Which is better.
Yeah, there's a better,
With the
better
counter.
headphones.
Yeah, but this is a reason why you can play the counter version.
There's
now.
no
That's
reason to
true.
play the counter one.
You can
You
play
can
this
play
like one
okay,
or two
this
of.
is the spicy tech, okay? When this turn gets time to level. Okay, this is a spicy tech. So you run 3 of the non-counter one, and you run 1 of the counter one.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'll go.
It's
I
like
like
it's
that
like the torch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I like that. That's a good plan. What's
Alright,
your
I
what are
rating?
you
think
gonna
this
rate it,
car-
Yumin?
I think this card is not that good, to be honest. Like you might run this in the Miku waifu just because it can like salvage headphones. So
does this
instead
one
of
get a
like
2?
salvaging a climax, you can actually salvage a. What'd you say,
Uh-huh.
Jason?
So does this one get a 2 as well?
But like every time you play it, it is a 1-5. It's like that power is actually like
What is the
1-5
rating,
is
No,
Yumin?
no,
actually
it's
pretty
one
big.
five.
Yumin, what's
One?
the rating?
What's the
Yeah.
rating?
What's the rating?
No, it's
This
1-5 at
this-
level 1, and it's 3K level 2, and it's a 4-5.
3K level 2, yeah. It keeps
4 or
getting
5 at
better
level
and better
3.
as long as you play it. But this card is actually kind of good in Miku waifu, but except Miku waifu is kind of bad. So like overall, I give this a 3, but no, because Miku waifu, so it's a 2.
Oh my god. Okay. Another 2. Let's go.
TLDR 2.
All right. 2-1 Itsuki. At the
Oh,
start of
so
climax
cute.
phase, if you have another quintuplets, this turn, this gains one of the 2 following abilities. Auto. When this card attacks, if the level of the character cosmos is level 3 or higher, this gets 6k power. Auto. When this direct attacks, choose one of your other quintuplets characters, and until the end of your turn, opponent's next turn, it gets 2k power. This card's kind of cool, actually.
If you want to be level 3, you can be level 3. If you can't be, there's no level 3 to beat. Just pump a
You
character.
can make one of your cards big till the end of your opponent's turn.
You're not laughing. I was trying to be
Dude.
serious.
Yo, so, Rushax,
no.
2 min.
Okay.
2 min.
Can I put a preemptive 2 here?
This card, but I don't know what it is, but like I'm not even memeing. These past 3 cards have actually been a 2. I don't know what you would give it.
Human, this whole set's been a 2 to you.
Yeah, because it's set 2, bro. It's not set 1, it's set 2.
But we
Double
haven't seen the
integral.
Nino
2
cards yet.
integrals.
Okay, when it comes to Nino cards, I'll start giving out higher cards. But for now, this is a 2.
But she's the 2!
She's a 2, bro. She's a level 2.
She's
that's
actually
why I'm
girl
gonna give it
number
a 2.
5. She's sister number 5. So
Oh yeah,
she's-
this card's a 5-star, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Good, thank you.
What's the actual rating?
2 min.
2 min out of 5 min.
2 min out of 5 min.
Okay, we'll go
Alright.
next.
Level 0 Itsuki, during your turn, this gets 3k power. When this plays from hand to stage, this card gains the following ability. The character across from this cannot move to another slot and cannot be sent to memory.
Anti-runner, anti-memory.
Anti-JC, Pog.
Anti-JC,
be-
anti-runner, and is actually like pretty big. This card is actually kind of pog.
Yeah, it's a good
I really
offensive.
like this card.
It's
actually.
a it's a like a splash for like a certain meta.
It's like the Bofuri one, but like better because this card kills something instead of just
Yeah.
bombing it.
So like with climax and like with like support from other cards, this can potentially get bigger than 5k, which can probably kill a lot of like level 1s as well on defense.
It's
This
dank
card
that
is
you
actually
can
kinda
randomly just
pog.
deny them from JCing certain cards too.
Yeah. Like
How
not
many-
just JC's, like
how many
bounce
sets has
effects or,
JC?
like no, but not bounce effects or
The
but,
meta
like,
one.
Yeah, the meta. Like this card's actually kind of good.
Grisaya.
Yeah, this decking Rusaya. Let's go. Maybe
Alright.
Psychonova gets unbanned. Smile.
With this card, the more I think about it, this card's actually pretty good.
It counters K, it counters anti-heal, it
A
counters
for the rating,
drop.
a 2 is not what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give this card a 4.
4?
Damn.
The four
Human just
min.
loves all these.
The
Human
four
loves
min.
the commons, dude. He loves commons.
Human for human. Okay, let's go.
Okay, next card.
I'm sorry.
Level 0 Yotsuba. When it's supposed to be hand to stage, this card gets 1500 power. So it's only a 35 on play. When it attacks, choose one of your other quintuplets, and it gets X power, where X is the number of your other quintuplets times 500 power. So it's a 35 assassin that can Shimakai another dude.
Alright, so this is
Awesome,
your
cute
this is
face.
if you can't afford the other Shimakai earlier.
It's rare lower playset, baby.
Common.
This card's a 2.
A
I'm not
2?
10.
Damn,
This card's a 2.
that's higher
Sick.
than I thought it would be.
Okay, like I'm gonna be serious here. Kevin, what would you give this card?
A 1.
A 1.
Okay.
Alright, next card. Pay 1. Put the top card of your deck to clock. Take a sip of water. When it's sent
I'll
from
take a
stage to
sip or
winning
two.
room, you may pay the
Cheers,
cost. If
Jason.
you do,
Cheers.
look at the 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose the 1 character among them, show it to your opponent, add it to hand, send the rest to the waiting room. So it's
It's like the
So
one
it's
that
not name locked.
it's like the one slimes get a standby slime plays.
yeah, it's
But
a damage
on
but it
def,
doesn't send itself.
and it's also on def, not on reverse.
So it's like the Adi stuff from Bang Dream, like the blue card.
Sure, if you say so.
Like this card, like, it's not name locked actually either. So, but there's like other Rickies in the set
So
that
2,
give you like
right?
more
But
selection.
yeah, you said the Ricky's bad, right?
Yeah, but the Ricky's bad. This Ricky's bad too, so it's 2,
Not a 1. It's a 2.
not a 1.
Just
That's
2.
a 2.
Okay. Maybe our scale is actually just 2 through 5.
It's not a Riki, it's a knee key because its knee is 2. Right?
All right, stop.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
1-0 Yotsuba. All of your other text. Oh my god, this PowerPoint slide is like, whew. All of your other quintuplets get 500 power. Auto discard a climax when your trigger check reveals a climax. You pay the cost. If you do, choose one. Set 1 double R 3-2 Yotsuba, or set 1 2-1 changer for the double R Yotsuba from your waiting room added to your hand. Auto pay 1. Send this to waiting room at the start of your main phase. If you are level 2 or higher, you pay the cost. If you do, choose a set 1 2-1 changer double R. Set 1 2-1 changer for double R plus Yotsuba from your waiting room. Place it on the stage in this card's former slot.
Yo, it's
Dude,
like,
it's like Psychono.
yo, it's like Psychono, but it also helps you find your combo. Holy
Hey,
damn!
Jason, that was great and all, but I couldn't hear you that well. So can you say that all again but rap it?
No.
Why is her text like? Is her text smaller than the other two text?
Yeah, I think it is.
I
actually.
think it is a little bit, yeah.
Feels bad.
But
Whatever.
this card is
Thank you,
like
Tay,
for the
it's bad.
old set, like it's actually a pretty decent like hand fix changer into the old stuff because this change is into 2-1 and that 2-1 can change into the 3-2.
I need like
And if you trigger like a climax, then like you always have this in hand. So like if you have this card on the field and you trigger climax, I think you're pretty much guaranteed to like do the combo
It's like-
if you're level 2.
massively increases your consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually a pretty big deal for that combo.
this card is actually pretty good. I give it a 3.
Ooh.
Ooh, 3 for
It's not a
Yotsuba.
2.
Scale is out of 2.
Alright, let's go. Next
Dude,
card.
I'm
1-1.
changing my Discord username to Tubin.
Oh, speaking of mill 3 backups, 1-1 Miku. When you use this card's backup, mill 3, 2k counter.
Look on the card. It says it's a 1-1, right? 1 + 1 = 2. That's what I'm gonna give it the rating.
Dude, that's too higher than I would have gave it.
I mean, this scale is just out of 2. Okay, moving on. 2-1 Yotsuba. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, this turn this gets X power. X is equal to the number of your quintuplets times 1k. So it'll be an 11k if you have a full field besides this card, right? Oh no, it's a number of, so it'll be 12k.
Okay.
When this card attacks, when this card's battle opponent is reversed, if your climax is in the climax area, choose one quintuplets character in your waiting room and send it to stock. Ooh.
12k
So like
beater,
a free,
13k.
so like a 12k beater, that's also like a free stock, and also like selective stock, so you don't have to blind stock and like not worry about blind stock and climax.
How much is a
You can
rider?
JC it
Wait,
back and do it again.
how much is a rider from 8? How big is she get?
Rider gets to 13.
Okay, so
I think it's 15. It's 15 when another attacks, and then that card also blind stocks though, mind you. It's like
But-
what 1k for each other offensive, and then when it's 6k base when another attacks gets 15. If I'm not mistaken.
I
This
have
card's
no
pretty
idea.
good actually.
It's
I
actually
give it
not
a
bad.
3.
Yeah, it's pretty
Ooh, ooh, 2 3s in a row. What is this?
Ooh, breaking it out. 1-0 event. If you have 4 mother characters with Yotsuba in his name, choose a character with Yotsuba in his name from your waiting room. Add it to hand. 1-0 salvage hand fix.
But you have to have 4. You have to already commit 4 characters onto the board.
Yeah, this card is actually kind of productive because you're
I mean,
probably
it's not
playing this
bad.
card to get more cards into the
Fine.
field.
So
It's
whatever.
probably fine.
think
It
it's
helps you
a
find your
1.
5th piece. You think it's a
Totally.
1? It's a free hand fix though. High,
Yeah,
high
but like
quality.
you have to have 4 or more, and it's Yotsuba only.
Okay, in context of Yotsuba waifu, would you play this?
No.
Probably not.
Okay, I guess it's a 1.
That's what I thought.
You mean it's a 2?
Fun fact: if you make 1,000 of those, a wish will come true. So I'm gonna make 1,000 just to make Jason fall in love with me.
That won't happen.
Want to buy 1,000 cranes?
Choose one of your opponent's characters.
Want to
Choose
trade Dad became
Oh
God
my
tech
God.
for 1,000 cranes.
Anyhow, 1-1 event. Choose one character in your waiting room, add it to hand, send this to memory. Memory. If this card is in memory, all characters cannot use Encore. If this card is in memory at the start of your main phase, send this to waiting room.
Right. If it's a lot of
Pretty relevant against like standby.
No.
if you have a lot of encore in your meta,
Wait, imagine
Just
playing
slam
this
this down.
against slime. Like the guild, you want to pay the young, but we can't.
oh no! Oh my god! Not guild. Okay, this card would
Make
be.
Guild feel like an actual
But
counter.
this card actually just sucks.
If this card had a bonder, maybe it'll be playable, but
No. Even if there was a bond, I
you,
wouldn't
you,
play
you
it.
need to play 4 of these. That means you can't find it when you need it.
Yeah.
I'll give this a 1. It's not good.
Sad.
Dude, what if this card was like the Henology, the I don't like the Henology, Assault Lily, with it had the Digit Climax added to hand
Oh,
for memory? That'd be sick.
Alright,
Turn off the encore
we're
whenever
now
you
done
want.
with green, so.
yeah.
Alright, let's
I'm
go to
gonna-
red.
Okay. Anyways,
Go ahead, Jason.
Alright. Level 0 Itsuki, double R. If you have 5 or more quintuplets characters, quintuplets character, this card in your hand gains the following ability: Act 2k backup. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, if there's a character in front of this, you may move this to an empty slot in the front row. So it has the Henology, Assault Lily, whatever, they're both bad. The
What?
Assault Lily
the dad
runner
became
effect,
God. Hey, remember
the Assault Lily runner
Jason,
effect,
Jason,
and then
Jason.
also could be a 2k counter. If you have
Remember when
fulfilled.
Dad Became God came out and you said the Sora Runner was good?
Yeah, I still think that card's pretty good.
And you think this card sucks?
I think this
It's
card's
literally
great.
the same thing.
I think this
I
card
think
is
this card's
good.
great.
This card.
Literally the same thing.
I think Assault Lily sucks.
Okay, so my favorite thing
Assault
about.
Lily. Okay, Jason.
Okay, I'm not talking about
Assault-
Assault Lily. Newman, rate the card. What do you think of the card?
Wait, don't even rate the
No,
card. We
but
didn't even
let
talk
me
about the
actually.
card.
I'm being serious. That card is 500 bigger than the Sora, and you think that card is worse than the Sora?
No, I didn't say that. I said Assault Lily as a set sucks.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Okay, dude.
Like,
Okay.
But this card is a 3
And why is it a 3?
because
give
the
us your
runner is
thoughts.
like the runner effect is like pretty meh. You need 5 or more for the backup effect. Like it's like I guess it's like an extra 2k backup in your deck. It's pretty nice to have.
Especially for 8
But
standby.
other than that,
I think 8
like I don't think it's that good.
standby likes these because they like runners to play a slow game.
Like, I don't think you should like play number 1. You shouldn't play this as like your main runner. So I think
Probably.
maximum you should run this as like your like a 2 of maybe.
Up to you, dude. You're the guest of the show.
It's up
Go
to
next.
you.
That sounds more insulting.
Even if we don't agree,
That sounds
Yeah,
actually
that's good.
insulting, bro.
card's great. 3
Like,
stars.
like,
All
that's
right.
actually it's like saying like it's not your fault you're shit.
I mean, it's not. This time, maybe. All right.
Human making
Uh,
human. Search out.
next-
Oh, Vince!
Yo, it's Vince.
Oh
No,
my
Vince,
god! Oh my god!
Vince, don't give in,
Oh.
please. No. Stop. Oh my
You
god.
Vince.
please. We're trying
You'll-
to be.
You'll never be back on here again.
We're sponsored. This is
I
a
love
sponsored
Vince so
stream.
much. Oh my god! I saw Vince in the chat
Shut
and I
up.
actually.
Okay, okay.
1-0 Itsuki. Auto.
Oh my
This
God.
ability activates up to once per turn. When using act ability, this gets 1500 power. Climax combo. Experience 2. Discard 1 card. When this attacks, if you have the door CX in your climax area and the sum of levels in your level zone is 2 or more, pay the cost. Look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 3 quintuplets characters or 2/1 Itsuki event from among them. Show them to your opponent, add them to your hand, send the rest to the waiting room. So it's like the Miu from Aprilia, the new Aprilia set. The combo itself is literally the Miu, but it can grab a specific event as well.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
the
they're
event
power
is pretty
condition.
sick.
that Mew is actually played quite a bit, and this one,
It is like, yeah.
if you can
Oh,
get,
I think it's played more. I think I see more 8 pants Aprilia than I do standby nowadays.
yeah.
but-
If you can activate the act on your opponent's turn, if you're just playing a bunch of counters like the runner before, this
Literally
card is
okay.
actually pretty defendable. As you just
Like a
keep
2k
looping.
backup makes this card an AK.
Yeah, and we also
pretty
talked.
big.
We also talked about the back row saver from 4.
Yeah.
Being
With
a
this
free
card
enabler
is,
for this and letting you loop this.
Yeah,
And I
good
think like
offensive
the
power.
2-1 event being able to be grabbed from this combo is pretty good because I think the 2-1 event's definitely worth running if you're playing Itsuki Waifu.
Okay.
Alright, what's the rating?
So what do you want to rate it?
I give this a card of 4.
4. Okay.
Nice.
That's not a 2.
Not a 2. Itsuki has quite a high number of not 2s.
All right. I'm actually surprised that this Nino comes before the other Nino in the set, but
It's
I guess
2 comes before
ordered,
3.
level ordered, yeah, yeah. All
Fine.
right. 2-2 Nino, continuous. If all your other characters are quintuplets, this gains the following 2 abilities during your turn. This gets 5k power, and auto hand encore. Wow. Auto climax combo. Sack the standby from the climax area during your climax phase when this is placed on stage by the effect of the standby. If you have 2 or more other quintuplets characters, you can pay the cost. If you do stand miss until the end of your opponent's turn, this gets 8k. Gets 1k power. So this will be an 8k, 13k on offense, and then 8k on defense. On the turn cycle that it's standbyed out. Otherwise, it's just a 7k hand encore.
So,
Otherwise, this card is shit.
so people on Twitter obviously refers this closely to Nijisaki, right? That was the set?
Like huge
Mhm.
offensive power, bad
Yeah,
on
it's doing
defense.
the Nijigasaki offensive thing.
But this is like criminally low on defense, though, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
being
loses.
lower than a 1/1 is kind of sad.
yeah. This card is a 2.
All
Dead.
right, Tumen. Thank
Right,
you.
Tumen.
All right.
Oh, here it comes.
3-2 Nino.
Oh,
Continuous climax combo. If the standby CX is in your climax area, this card gains standby trigger in every area.
oh my god! I see this.
Uh,
I see this
During your
card. I
turn,
get excited.
during your turn, if you have 2 or more quintuplets characters, this gets 4k power, so it'll be a 12/5 on your turn. Auto on play heal. Auto climax combo. Pay 1, drop 1 at the end of this card's attack. If you have the standby in the climax area, and you have 2 or more other quintuplets characters, you can pay the cost. If you do, deal 3 to your opponent.
So we've seen
No,
this type
this
of
card.
first effect in Day Became God, which Human did a review for.
Yes.
That was a choice trigger instead, and it's like a level 0, so it's not as good as this. This one's you're already running this as your finisher. Now it has extra use throughout the game.
Like this card makes me excited. You know, I see Vince in the chat. I'm excited. I see Kevin. I'm excited. Like it's a trifecta here. So, but like this card
God.
is actually like this card. I give it a 5, right? But let me explain. Because I'm pretty sure everyone agrees it's a 5. But like 12 stamina, that's revolutionary, bro. Imagine
That's like-
playing
yeah, it's
12
like-
standbys in your deck. Imagine this card's gonna come up, but like the shuffle 2 back into this card, and then at level 1, imagine like triggering standby, like playing a standby on a card and trigger 3 more standbys, but it's not climaxes, so you can cancel again. Imagine, bro, like
Yeah, dude,
12 standby
it's
is
like
revolutionary.
50% more standbys than 8 standbys.
Not only that, it's pretty big on your turn. It heals, and it has a pretty
Ah.
cheap finisher. That's actually decent.
Yeah,
Like,
it's about as cheap
burn
as you.
3 is the burn 3 is pretty big.
You play 4 standby, 4 other CXs, that's 100% more standbys.
You're still playing 8 standby.
Holy damn.
You get to play any other climax you want and still be tell your friends you play 8 standby.
Yes. Except you're
rad.
crazy if you're not playing 12.
Okay, sir.
8 is
That's
better.
like your
12 is
opinion,
better
man.
than 8.
True.
so you're gonna
12
have a
is
5?
bigger than 8.
I give it a 5.
Kevin, cue it.
I honestly, I give this a 12.
I turn off the page.
No.
The air horns.
But I'd give
My
this card a
computer
12.
cannot hold.
Okay, Jason, you call me cringe and you pull shit like this?
She's the best. Nino's the best. She deserves the world.
Okay, Jason, you're cringe.
Alright,
Where's Vince?
This card's also a 5-star, by the way.
No,
Level
it's
0
not.
Nino. Ditch one card with Nino. Oh no, sorry, this is the wrong card. This is the bouncer. Ditch one card. Ditch one character with Nino in its name. When it's placed from hand to stage, if you do, you may draw 1. Auto, discard 1. When it's placed from hand to stage, you may reveal the top card of your deck. Choose a level X or lower character from your winning room, add it to your hand. X equals the level of the revealed cards. Damn, is that? There's 3 Rico effects in the set. 4? 3? There's a lot. Okay. So
This is probably one of the better ones out of them for specifically
Nino draw
Ace
and then Rico effect.
Okay, even if I'm playing Nino Wife, we've been playing Nino Heavy. This card we'll see play because it is free discard outlet and it's high selectivity, unlike an Arisu.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Nino's also a lot of the standby stuff. So if you just wanted to play like light like standby, it's good enough right there just because it ditches your
Yes.
standby stuff from your hand.
This card is a 4. It's a solid card.
It's a 4.
Okay, it's a 4.
If it's a good card, it's a 2. But if it's a solid card, it's a 4.
There's a difference between good and solid, right? You want to
Alright.
be solid. Like being solid is
Like
good.
Solid
like
Snake, right?
like solid snake, like solid.
Alright,
in,
level 0
in the-
Itsuki.
Oh my god, this card.
Okay,
Let me
Alright,
get ready.
alright.
Continuous. Increase the maximum number of cards in your hand by 1. Continuous. Assist during your turn. If you have 5 or more cards in your hand, 500 to characters to characters in front of this. Oops. 500 power to characters in front of this card. Brainstorm Restless. Flip top 4 for each door trigger among them. Search your deck for a quintuplets character. Add it to your hand, and then shuffle your deck.
Alright,
So
Human.
it is a max hand size
Okay.
buffer. OP.
So you are
This
confused
card
about
is-
this for first. But
No, I wasn't.
It
You
means,
guys were. I was right.
It means that your usual hand size of 7 at the end of your turn, instead of having to distribute over 7, now you can distribute over 8. You have 2 of these.
2, it's
9.
9.
Oh,
If you have 4, it's 12.
That's 11.
11? 11?
11.
Math hard?
Yes.
11 cards in hand. That's insane.
Honestly, this card is amazing. This card is absolutely amazing. Imagine if this card wasn't like strictly restricted to a door trigger. How broken that would be. But this card, like the 12th standby card, it's revolutionary. We've never seen anything like it. While keeping it fresh, good, this card's a 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing the future of Weiss Schwarz.
10 card max hand size. Weiss Schwarz 2025.
Imagine at the end of your turn, you go like, oh, I don't have too many cards in my hand. Because I've run into that problem a lot. At the end of turns, I go like, oh, I have too many cards in hand. I have to ditch. That's a waste. This card, no waste. We are recycling, reuse. Yes.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Imagine
we reduce, reduce, recycle.
If you-
Improvise, overcome, adapt.
If you hit 4 off Brainstorm, you can grab 3 more Brainstorms so you don't have to discard.
Exactly.
Whoa.
This card is the future of Weiss Schwarz. Like I guarantee you right now, this card is the future.
Alright.
Okay, so what do you rate it?
You said 5.
5. I said 5.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, you said 5. What?
Recycle, reduce, yes.
Recycle, reduce, yes.
I agree, Chad. The red has saved this set in my heart.
Yeah.
Alright.
Every other
Level 0
card
Itsuki.
sucks.
Yeah, every other card's a 2. Level 0 Itsuki. To put 1 card from your hand into clock. When this is placed from your hand to stage, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top X cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 character from among them, or 1 card from among them, add it to your hand. Send the rest to the waiting room. X is equal to the number of your other quintuplets characters. Auto, when a climax is placed in your opponent's climax area, you may send this to stock.
Yeah, it's other characters, so you only check off the 4 if you have a full board. If you play this without any other characters, you check 0. Unlike a Ricky that pluses you, unlike a Ricky that pluses you in hand, this one pluses you 1 in stock. Think about that.
Yes. This card's a 2.
It's better than I thought it would be.
And
I
then-
don't see this card being any higher than a 2.
Alright, Ichika. When this was from hand to stage, you may put the top card of your hand, 1 card from your hand into stock. Pay 1, ditch a climax, grab a climax from waiting room, add it to hand. So it's the Ichika climax swapper. It's
Alright,
also 2k power.
think about this. If you aren't playing strictly Itsuki Waifu, you can run this for your +3 into stock.
Yes.
But I gotta
that
end the
is
turn
true.
at max hand, Kevin. Otherwise, I'm a bad player. I
Yeah,
can't.
exactly. That's why you're a bad player. Have you seen my games, bro? I always go like, oh, I have too many cards in hand. I have to ditch.
Oh, sorry, I'm not as good as you.
Hard life.
Hard life. But anyways, this card, like, I think this card can see play in like any other deck, just cause like it's actually a pretty sick card. It allows for very cool tech plays like climax swapping on turn 1. Like when you attack ones, like you can put a card to hand into stock. And this is another thing that I actually like. Imagine like you have like less than 4 cards in deck. You want to brainstorm, right? But you have a climax in hand. You want to go back. So you play this card. You like put the climax into stock and you brainstorm. That way the climax actually goes back. That's a pretty sick play that I found out.
I did that a lot in Psychono. The Psychono always plays the hand of stock.
But anyways, I'm not. It's not about you, Kevin.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But anyways, it allows for like pretty like interesting and unique plays like those. And this card is actually really good.
Okay,
Rating?
what's the rating?
I'll give this a 4.
4.
Okay, okay.
Ooh. Ooh. Man, red
Jeez,
is
red's popping off.
red is like sheesh. Okay, we're so
All right,
cringe.
this is the 5-star, right? This is the 5
No,
star.
it's
Level
a
0
4
Nino. On play, shuffle 2 quint. Wow, you just spoiled it. What the fuck?
No,
Shuffle
it's
2
not. Just
quintuplets characters
kidding.
back
Plot
from your waiting
twist.
room into
It's a
your deck.
2.
Oh my god, shuffle 2 quintuplets. On play, shuffle 2 quintuplets characters from your waiting room back into your deck. When it's placed from hands from stage to hand, or yeah, from hand to stage, whatever. You pay the cost. If you do, choose up to one of your quintuplets characters. This turn it gets +1 soul. Auto. Return this to hand. When your climax is placed in the climax area, and pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your characters, and this turn it gets 1k power and the following ability. When this card attacks, look at the top 2 cards on top of your deck. Choose one card from among them, put on top of your deck, mill the other.
All right.
The card itself is like pointing at me. It's like saying like you better not give me a 2.
You better give me a 5.
I
Honestly,
think
I'm
I
on the
always
fence of giving it a 5.
I
This card
always
like it can be ran in literally any other deck. This card literally has no condition.
I think as long as you run the no standby top in, you always have to play this because you shuffle in
Yeah,
two
pretty
Ninos.
much.
Help trigger your Ninos.
And I like the fact that it pumps other things soul, because usually like profiles of shuffle 2 back, it gives itself a soul, but it can give something else a soul. So in a deck like standby where you don't get a soul from the climax, you can push more damage with this card, which is pretty good. And the second effect
Yeah,
works very great for
fantastic card.
standby.
Def 2.
Yeah, it's a very good card, honestly.
Very good
It's a
card.
2.
One of the best cards in existence. A 2. Just kidding. It's a 5.
Ooh, it's a 5.
He did it! Let's
Woo!
go! Nino gang! Nino gang!
It's a
I'm so happy as a Nino fan
It's a very
because
good card, honestly.
the
It's
set
really
1
good.
Nino cards were just so saddening.
So bad.
So
bad.
saddening. This card.
Just like her.
Nino
Right next.
She cuts her hair and then she gets all these 5s. It's lit.
You know, like
Three,
you know
two,
those like
Nino.
memes where it's like girls break up once and they cut their hair and turn gay.
I say that stuff like that here.
3-2.
I'm sorry.
3-2 Nino. Continuous. During your turn, if all your characters have Nino in its name, this gets 4k power. So offensively, it'll be 13-5. During your turn, when this card's battle opponent is reversed, you pay the cost. If you do, burn 1, and the cost is pay 1. Wow.
Cheap.
A decent
Burn
sub
one.
finisher.
It's pretty big.
Big girl burn 1.
What's
But
rating?
like if all your characters have Nino, but which I think isn't a problem if you're playing if you're playing 12 standby, since most of the targets are Nino anyways. But like on the off chance like you do have another card, like I'm pretty sure it can get big enough to reverse something just to burn 1. It's a pretty solid card.
Rating?
It's a 3.
Oh, it's higher than I thought it was gonna be.
Still not a 2.
Still not a 2.
I mean this card is definitely not a 2.
Nino's living large.
Living
Alright.
large, just like her
Next,
house.
Nino. 3-2 Nino. Continuous. If this is in the front row, all of your quintuplets characters gain 1500 power. Auto. When a climax with a standby trigger is placed on your climax area, look at the top 2 cards. Look at the 2 cards from the top of your deck. Put them back on top of your deck in any order. Look up to 1, and then choose one of your quintuplets characters. This turn, it gains the following ability: Auto. When this attacks, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose one card from among them, put on top of your deck, and mill the other. So it's the same effect as the bouncer, just when you trigger a standby. While also,
Unfortunately, it's not. It's when you play a standby,
when you play
Yes.
standby. Oh, it's when you play a standby. You
and
gain it.
unfortunately, it does not work when you play the turn. You summon it off the turn you play standby.
Yeah. Oh, sad.
It is a pretty decent card for standby thing. If you're playing standby, I think you definitely run this card.
Mainly
Still
for the
good
first effect, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The first effect is definitely like big. Like global 1/5 overall is just a good effect to have when you're playing standby. It gives that extra power to build up walls. And I think this card probably lives for a turn most cases. So I think like if you have another standby, then you can top check 2, you can rearrange if you see a standby trigger. And like you can like put it to second card trigger, like you can push up like level 0, you can standby over it, you can give another card a top check 2, so you can filter your triggers a little bit more. This card's a pretty solid card, but the only problem I have with this card is that it is strictly restricted. It's like it's only standby triggers that you get the second effect. So this card cannot be played in any other deck. but this card is very good in standby alone. So therefore, I'm gonna give it a 3.
It's
Three?
nice.
Okay. 3/2 Itsuki. When this is placed placed on stage from hand, draw up to 2 cards, then discard 1. Climax combo, experience 6. When this card attacks, if you have the door CX in your climax area and the sum of your cards on level zone is 6 or more, you may discard 3 quintuplets characters, and if you do, burn 1 and then burn 4.
Do you know that 1 plus 4 is 5 and Itsuki's fifth daughter?
Wow, I didn't know
This is
that.
more,
I
this is
didn't
more
know
flavor
1
than
plus
the
4.
At least it's more flavor than Nino Burner.
I didn't know that 1 plus 4 is 5. Thanks, Kevin.
Welcome, Zay.
But what is 6 then?
Oh,
Anyways,
it
this
should have
card is pretty
experienced
good.
5. Right. It's because 6 minus 1 for burn 1 is 5. She's the fifth daughter.
Yes, like this. This has a damage threshold of like a burn 5, but it's like split up, which I think is somewhat better. And it does draw 2 ditch 1, so essentially it's like a ditch 2 on attack. But since you have that brainstorm, which can give you the extra card at the start of your turn, the cost becomes like more and more like doable. And if you trigger like a gate in between attacks, you can definitely do more than 1.
More than 2 sometimes.
More than 2 sometimes. Like ditching 9 is like in other decks it'll be pretty much impossible, right? But with this deck, if you hit a brainstorm, you trigger a gate, and you start with like 9 cards in hand, or
Yeah,
8
and you
cards
had
in hand,
the
I think it's definitely
the
doable.
2 on event too.
Yeah, the 2 on event plus is you card as well. So this card is definitely doable in the 8 gate. I'm not sure about any other build. So I'll give this card a 3. Like 4 and 1, compromise in the middle, get the median. It's 2.5, but I don't care. It's a 3.
Crazy not seeing any 2s in a while.
This
Insane.
card literally could not be a 2, Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah, she should be a
Well,
Like
5.
like it actually like I don't like giving a 2 is not because I want to
Oh,
it's
I
because
think-
I genuinely think there are 2.
I figure out why it's 3.
Like this card.
4 minus 1 is 3. That's why she's rated 3.
Not really. I was like thinking of like what's the average between 1 and 4? It's 2.5, but I want to round it up to 3.
Okay. Jason.
Anyways.
Level 0 Ichika. Pay 1, send this to waiting room. Goes up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 quintuplets character from among them. Show it to your opponent. Add it to hand. Send the rest to the waiting room. Brainstorm. Pay 1, rest 2. Flip over the top 5 cards from your deck. Send this to waiting room. For each climax among them, search your deck for up to 1 character with Ichika and its name. Show it to your opponent. Add it to hand and shuffle your deck afterwards.
Do you need to mill 9? This card can mill you 9.
Only problem I have with this card is like if you hit the brainstorm, you need to search for Ichika.
I mean, each card's not bad.
I mean like I think this card shines the best in standby since you do get like mill 9, so it's very good deck speed. But you cannot like search Nino cards, which I think this card, if it did, then it would be pretty good.
Oh yeah, this guy
Like
left.
there are Ichika cards that you can play in standby, but personally I don't think they're worth playing. So I'm not sure if you can fit this into a standby deck.
Dude, this guy left during our little practice yesterday. Jason.
I wanted to play Apex.
He
Yeah.
didn't see our standby Ichika deck.
Yeah, the deck's sick.
Alright, what's your rating?
Give this card a 2.
2.
Sad
yes.
too. So
Very sad.
sad. What about Ichika waifu?
Ichika waifu a 2.
It hurts me even.
Stop moaning.
You hurt
I'm
me so
17.
much,
Calm
Human.
You
down.
make us so sad. If only you didn't leave us.
If only you loved me back, Jason. You brought this
Uh,
upon yourself. You told me that you didn't love me. That's why I had to leave.
When you're older.
Alright.
1-0
wait,
Nino.
wait. Let me wait. 9 days.
Oh yeah,
1-0
he's turning
Nino.
18 in 9 days.
No, I'm
When
gonna be 18
are
in
we
9
doing a
days.
birthday stream for you?
Birthday stream? Well, I'm down.
Birthday
Just
stream.
kidding.
Yeah, you probably have better things to do than be here.
Yeah, I work.
You work on your birthday?
You know, at the cafe that I work at, I worked on Christmas, I worked on New Year's, I worked on New Year's Eve, I worked on Halloween, I worked on Labor Day.
Okay, who actually gets
Did a
days
better
off
job,
on
dude.
Halloween?
That's true, actually.
All right, continue reading, Sir Jason.
That kind of gave me an
Okay,
idea.
1-0
And on
Nino.
wait. I have this important question. On Halloween, can you go into stores and ask trick or treat?
Maybe in a mall. I don't know about random place.
Anyways,
Yeah,
moving on.
cannot say.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, forgot where it was. 1-0 Nino continues. If all your characters have Nino in their name, this card gains the following ability. Auto, when this is reversed, you may reverse if it's a level 1 bomb. And then when this plays behind the stage, you may perform the following action twice. Look at the top card of your deck, and you may keep it on top or mill it.
That's two more
Wow.
cards closer to trading your one standbys.
Yeah, but like, will you run this card?
No.
Is the
But-
first effect good enough to run it?
Second effect might be.
Probably not.
I don't think this card like is worth running.
Probably not.
Personally,
Probably
like, to be
not.
honest. Yeah, I don't think this card's worth
If
it.
it's only like you can check 2 and then you can keep up to 2
Yeah.
on top and send the Western Rating Room, that'd be
Like
really
the first
nice.
effect that like it's actually just a waste of space. I think this card's the one.
sad. Her first one. Look at
Sad.
her. She's like crying there too.
I don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
Next card. All right, 2-1 Itsuki. When this card's battle opponent becomes when you use this card's backup, you may choose one battling characters. This turn, it gains the following ability: Auto. Discard one. This card ability activates once per turn. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you pay the cost. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent, and the cost is ditch 1. Wow.
I should know this.
Pretty good burn one counter.
Yeah, pretty good actually. I like this. Especially in
This
standby.
card like in standby can be really good because your opponent's like, haha, I'm crashing in. You're gonna have to direct, and I'm going like, no, I'm gonna burn one on your turn. I'm the alpha male. You listen to me.
He's
This
a,
card's a 4.
He's a Sigma. He's a Sigma male.
Sigma male.
He's a
I'm
4.
a Sigma male. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a Sigma male, man. Like you're my opponent thought he can get away with crashing into me. No, I tell you
No.
when you can crash and when you can't.
Okay.
Okay. 3-2 Itsuki. All of your other quintuplets characters gain 1500 power. When this is placed on stage from hand, choose up to one character from your hand whose level is equal to or lower than your level. Place it on stage, and that character gets 2k power for the turn. So it free plays your dudes, and it's a 1500 assist.
So that's
It's pretty
probably
good.
one of the
1500 global, 15 global.
one of the few assists that are probably like playable without having to play standby. Because it pays for itself. Other assists are like too expensive. Thoughts, Yumin?
This card works pretty great with the old set 1 Itsuki finisher. Like it gives the power. It's a global 1/5 and it plays for free. So like with 2 stock, you can play that finisher. And the finisher itself is quite cheap. Like you need 1 stock and to attack with it to do the combo. And I think the combo is pretty good as well. And just like giving it that extra 2k and plus that 1/5, 3/5 extra on top of the 11/5 base if you have a full field, it can pretty much guarantee a reverse, I think. This card just makes a set 1 combo better. And I think this card can open for some dank plays like the 3/2, like the Ichika that changes into hand. You can play this, play another card. Can make some pretty unique plays. Allows for some creativity there. It's pretty nice. It's a 2.
Okay. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's doing it for the meme now.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I thought we're going somewhere with that.
Okay, anyhow. Next card. Level 0 Itsuki. Cute art. This ability activates once per turn. When using act, choose one of your quintuplets characters. It gains 1k power for the turn. And then act, rest this. Choose one card in your level zone and one quintuplets character in your waiting room and swap them.
Helps you get experience. Helps you get color. 1k pump.
And it helps you pump power to level 1 combo.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing is that's free pump of 1. But is it better than the back row saver?
No,
Okay.
it really isn't. And I don't even think the back row saver is that good either.
Alright, rating?
Like honestly, I don't think this card should be ran. Just like Like the second ability is just like so obscure, I think. Like sure, like you can swap for color and experience since like the Ichika combos do need experience, but like I don't think the second ability
Only
is
the
that good. And the
level
first ability, like there's cards that do better. So I'll give this a card a 1.
sad.
Very big sad.
What would you
1-0
give it, Kevin?
Nino.
Probably a 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's what, like, what do you guys mean, bro? You guys are actually cringe. You guys are making me cringe, bro.
Okay,
And
we're
I'm
still
supposed to
only
make
on
you
red.
cringe.
We're still on red. 1-0 Nino. During your turn, all of your other quintuplets characters get 1k power. Send this to waiting room at the start. When your other quintuplets characters sent to stage from waiting room. If you use in your back row, you pay the cost. If you do, return that character to the stage in the former slot. So you're gonna sack this. So it's another field encore.
Speaking of back row savers.
Yeah, it's a back row saver like the Ichika, but this one is offensive 1k.
Level
Card is
1k
not
instead of
good.
single lane 1-5.
Card is
You know, you
not
think
that
this card
good.
isn't that good? I think this card's like
Like
pretty.
I think the card
decent.
itself was good, but in the context of the set, I don't think it's that good. Like the
Sad.
card itself is like definitely good, right? Like offensive power, you can save a card, but when you're like, what would like in what deck would you run this card? Standby?
You can
Like this
argue
is a
to play
serious
this in
question.
like
This is a serious question. Like, where in what deck would you run this card?
door.
Door. But like,
This one
like
doesn't
I
activate
think arguably like
though.
I mean,
the
you could also play
Ichika-
this in like bar choice or whatever, right? This gives the offensive power to your dude.
But it's
to make
level
sure
1
everything's
red
factually-
though. It's level 1
Yeah, it's level
red.
1 red.
Sure.
So you have to be either playing standby or door. And
I mean,
in standby,
split
it's
color
not good
doesn't
since your
matter.
1/1s and like 2/2s already have hand on core. So like you probably don't want this card. And that 1k extra power is probably like it's good, but it's not worth investing a card onto the field, which when you can play something else like standby something else over it. And in 8 door, like I argue that the Ichika saver is better than this card for that deck specifically.
I agree with this. Unless
Yeah,
you want
so
to play
I give
set
this card a
1 door
Like,
combo.
I don't get me wrong. This I think the card effect is definitely fine, but like in the context of the set, it just doesn't work well together. Therefore, I'm going to give it a 1.
These are fine arguments, even I respect.
Like I'm not memeing here. I want to do a serious review.
Yeah,
It's just
this
like most cards are
this
2.
this is a good argument.
Okay, sounds good. Maybe we actually got something meaningful out of it. That's a dub. All right, 1-1 Ichika. Put the top card of your deck in the clock. When you use this card's backup, if you have another quintuplets character, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one quintuplets character from your waiting room, add it to hand. So
Imagine,
it's kind of like the Ruka.
imagine clocking a climax with this card.
Sad. If only it was like clock a card from your hand, salvage character. Actually, that'd be worse because it's not a
No,
plus.
that wouldn't be good. That could
Yeah,
either.
this is
You
this
minus
is a plus.
2.
Okay, so to be fair, right, that
It's a Ricky.
the
Salvage
the
Ricky.
one from Kanokari was pretty rad.
Yeah, but it's a top 4 ad one.
Which is selective,
It was a
which
top
is
four
male.
And then
still
like
use
you
for
don't
male.
clock from top deck. I think you clock something from waiting to the bottom of your clock.
No, that one's clock top deck.
That's clock deck. Okay.
That's like
never mind, but,
accelerate.
like, this
Is
card,
it
I think,
considered accelerate?
like it can definitely like have its values. Like this card could like not just the clock, but it could actually just mill a card. Like if you have like one card left, right? Or like think about this. If you're like 1/5, and if you're like 1/5 and you have like 3 cards left in deck and your opponent swings for 2, you can use this card for the clock oppression.
Sounds pretty cracked.
But other than that, like this card definitely has the potential, I think. And therefore I'm gonna give it a 2.
If
Two?
Mocha becomes more popular, yeah, Mocha.
Oh,
Take
oh, this card.
Alright, 1-1 Itsuki. This ability activates up to once per turn. When you use an act, choose one of your characters. This turn it gets 1k power. Act, rest this. Choose one of your other characters. This turn it gets X power. X equals the number of your quintuplets characters times 500.
So it can
So
give
it's a double power pumper.
3-5 total.
With using an act.
3-5 total. You can split up 1k or 2-5. You have a full. Pretty nice. A lot of powers.
Mm-hmm. Again, especially in the context of 8 door, this card is pretty good. Like your 2k backups become 3ks, and the level 1 combo gets 1/5. So essentially, like this can be a 5/5, 4/5 backup. Like,
Okay.
essentially, like. But and then this card can be like good for other decks as well, since like it's not name locked. So it's always, if you have a full field, it's always gonna be rest, give something 3/5, which is a huge amount of power.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this card is a 3.
Nice 3.
All right, 1/1 Itsuki again. Continuous. If you are level 3 or higher, this gains the following ability: Act, send this to waiting room, choose one of your opponent's characters, stand it, move it to an opponent's empty slot, or choose another one of your opponent's characters, stand them, and swap them. And it has auto when this is reversed. If the opponent is higher level than your opponent's character is higher level than your opponent's level, you may send that character to memory.
Oh, an exclamation point Adachi.
So we support Dachi.
Oh, we do.
This card is like
So-
works really well with the old level 3 combo.
It's fantastic with the old level 3 combo.
Yes. And like this card on its own is actually pretty good as well. Like it hard removes the card from the game essentially. Like if your opponent early plays or has an important card that they want to keep, especially with hand encore, then you can just hard remove it. And this card can be good throughout the entire game, which I really like. This
Level
card's a 3.
Card to 3. Okay.
Yeah.
3.
Like yeah, I think it's a 3.
Like a hard 3 or a soft 3.
I give it like, cause like if in the context of like the old finisher, I'd give it like a really hard, like almost in the borderline of 4 since it works so well. But for like the rest of the decks, I think it's like a soft 3.
Chat's saying this card's nuts. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I really like the one that saw Lily. The Saw Lily one is actually really good, cause like imagine your opponent has like anti burn, right? And then you can or like have like an anti encore effect or something lingering effect that requires the memory. That you can kind of remove that for the turn, which is pretty nice.
I think card's really good. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. I'm really
Alright.
hoping Damachi will be good. No, I'm not.
Copium.
Copium.
Okay.
Just like Kevin translating 144 cards in one night down.
There
I
might
mean,
be
that's
more
gonna
because
happen. That's an inevitability.
That's probably more because of Ruby.
It's because of TD, and then there's
Oh, yeah,
there's
TD.
31 box toppers.
I see.
Okay.
Good luck,
Read.
Kevin.
Read.
All right. 1/1 Nino. Continuous. If you have 2 or more of the Quintuplets characters, this gets 2k power. Auto. Hand Encore. So it is your generic 1/1/7/5 Hand Encore.
Take it away, Human.
Like it's a 2.
All right, let's go next.
Alright,
Like there's actually nothing to say about this card. It's
Nothing
like
to
we've
say
seen
about
it a
the
million
card.
times before.
Yeah, keep going next.
Agreed. 2/1 Nino. When this attacks, if the level of the character across from this is level 3 or higher, this turn this gets 6k power. Pay 1 at the start of your opponent's attack phase. You pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Quintuplets characters. In this card, stand them and swap them on the stage. It's like a shittier Yoshino Dachi.
Yes, except like
Lame.
well, kind of, yeah. This card is not that good.
I mean, it can save some standby targets.
Like I guess like if you're level 1 and you don't have any other standby targets, like you can standby this out, swap them. Right? But
Yeah.
I don't think this card is like the first effect isn't good enough for this card to be run. If like I honestly don't think this card should be run.
All right, rating.
I give it a 1.
1. All right, let's go
Sad
next.
Nino. Look at that. Every time Nino looks somewhat sad. Okay, this
She doesn't
card.
look
This
sad,
card.
though.
I like
She looks
this
like
card.
she looks like she just like won the lottery.
Read her boy.
All right, 2/2 Ichika. Continuous. If all your characters have Ichika in its name, this card gets 4k power, so it'll be a 9/5. Auto. When this attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card Iya, a character with Ichika in its name, says a stock.
That wasn't my typo. I swear.
Yeah. So it's a 9/5 on attack, reveal top stalker. Pretty neat.
It can
What do you
push
think, Ewan?
towards standby triggers.
But it does require to play like Ichika, and Ichika does have a standby, but I don't think there's like good cards for Ichika to standby out. So like I like just like if the fact that the power itself is based on the Ichika name, like I don't know if
Bro!
it's that good.
Okay, we saw a standby target, choice one. The pay 1 won't be yourself. And then
Kevin,
we see this.
This card is
We have
a-
4 each standby before, and you can run the Nino standby. So you have 12 standby.
Okay,
with
thank you,
this.
Kevin, for your observation. This card is a 1.
Toxic.
So much. So
Human doesn't care about us. Remember, we're just monkeys.
This
We're
is
just here
another
to let
standby
him.
target. Here's a standby target Ichika name.
Yeah, 3/2 Ichika. Change. Return this to hand at the start of your climax phase. You pay the cost. If you do,
Oh,
choose up
Kevin,
to
what's
one.
the pay? What's the cost for the what's the amount of stock that you have to burn? That you have to pay to burn?
You pay 2 to play this,
God.
pay 2 to burn 1, and then
Can
you
I
change.
finish the effect? Pay 2 to the cost if you choose so one Quintuplets character from your hand. Place it on stage in this card's former slot. Pay 2, rest this, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So this is a changer for any card in your hand by bouncing this, and then it has an extra burn effect tacked onto it.
The rating, I'll give you guys a hint. You see the number on the card effect.
All right, cool. Moving on.
Okay, but I want to talk about this card actually.
Okay, actually.
Alright, what's
Yeah,
the what's the
no
rating?
memes,
There's
no
a there's a
memes, no
3,
memes.
there's a
You
3
said
for the
it's a
level,
It's a
there's
two.
a
It's
2
a two.
for
I'll justify my answer. I'm not here to meme. I'm here to do a serious review for these people, lovely people, right? Like Kisa Matt MTG in the chat. Okay, anyways.
Nice shout
So
out.
this card, like, if you stand by this card out at like level 2, and then you play the Itsuki that spawns a card for free, like you can definitely change this into that card, and you can play like a Nino finisher to heal 1, and then play the finisher, which it can allow for some really dank plays. And this card, like, if you stand by it out and then pay 2 to burn 1, it's essentially like paying for the cost of this card to play it, but you get that extra burn 1, which I think is pretty neat. So
Yeah,
I've
dude.
said all these positive things about this card, but it's a 2.
Alright.
Okay. All right. 2/1 event.
Wait.
Counter.
Because
What?
Itsuki spawner plays based on your level, does it actually?
It's not.
It's not. It's like
Maybe
play
it's
card
not.
from your hand.
The effect doesn't work. The Izuki spawner.
No way. The Itsuki
Yeah,
is just play from your hand, isn't it? Or is it equal to the level?
No,
It's equal
so
to the level. No,
Okay,
no.
then
there's
never
no
mind.
there's
This
no
card
there's
equal to
no
the
there's
level
no
in your hand.
level in the text.
There's
Wait,
no
for which
level.
card?
Yeah, there's
For
no.
Itsuki
No.
spawner.
He's saying the Izuki. Yes, Izuki spawner says choose a card in your hand.
Oh
that's
yeah,
equal
you,
to your
you
level
can't
and play
summon
it.
the East Key Global 1/5.
Oh.
You
because
can.
that-
You can summon the Izuki.
Oh, you
Global
can't
1/5.
summon another level 3 if you just level
Yeah,
2.
you can't play a level
Well,
3
then this,
outfit.
okay, then this card kind of sucks.
All right, fantastic.
Okay, this is the 2, whatever.
You
Right.
gave it a 2 before anyway, didn't matter. Alright, 2/1 event. Counter. Choose one of your battling Quintuplets characters, send it to memory. At the start of your next draw phase, place that card from memory onto the stage in any slot. During that turn, this card gets 1k power and 1 soul.
Nice.
This card is unironically good.
Was it worth the slots?
I think it's probably fine.
Card is pretty good actually. I honestly think it's not bad.
Why is it not bad?
Like, you can deny the reverse, number 1. You can save a card, and it comes back with extra power and a soul. Like, essentially, like, if you were gonna, like, if you really need that card, you're probably gonna like pay 3 encore, like brainstorm and like play it again. But for 1 cost, you can save that card. Not only can you save that card, but it comes back with extra power and a soul.
You probably play this with the each cut set 1 top in. You can check top 3 if you grab this.
Yeah, that's
then-
actually like a
Then you
play.
always have 3 stock at any turn, so you can...
Yeah, so this card is a 3.
Nice.
Mm.
I definitely see potential in this card. And like it's a good thing that you said the Ichika, because the brainstorm can grab events.
Mm.
So this card like can be technically accessible.
Mm.
Very good, very good, very good. Alright. 2/1 Itsuki event.
Oh my
Choose
god.
one character in your waiting room, add it to hand. You may mill 1. If the milled card is a character with Itsuki in its name, choose one character in your waiting room, add it to hand. So it's a 2/1, salvage 1, maybe salvage 2.
Yes.
That is pretty stonks. And
It is pretty
also
stonks.
that art.
The art, I wish the hair wasn't there, man.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is.
Anyways, this card is pretty sick.
A1
But
plus
it is
2.
strictly Itsuki. Like in the Itsuki deck, I think it's a 4, right? But in the other deck, this card's a 1. I'm gonna give it a 3.
That's not how it works. Just give it a 4.
Sure, I'll give it a 4.
Nice.
I'll
4
give it a
in
4.
context of Itsuki waifu.
I get a 4. It would have been a 5 if the art was better. If the hair wasn't there.
Sad.
Sad.
SR is extra. Phew, I agree. You can
Alright.
see the full body.
2/2 event. If you have 5 or more characters with Nino in its name, choose one of your characters this turn. It gains the following ability. Auto. This ability activates up to once per turn. When this attacks, reveal the top 9 cards of your deck. Shuffle your deck. Deal X damage to your opponent. X equals the number of standby triggers revealed this way. Noted, this effect is on attack, so it does work with the Nino 3/2.
Yeah, so if you slam down the right CX, it does work.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like a
Two
pretty
bats,
big deal.
once per
Like
turn.
this might actually feel like a Nino waifu deck, but like if you're playing like the 12 standby deck, all your level 3s are like essentially Nino. So this card definitely can be played.
I really like that you're referring to it as the 12 standby deck.
Oh
It
yeah,
is
dude.
12
It
standby.
is
What do
12
you mean?
standby. What is there
It
any
is 12
any
standby.
doubt about it?
Yeah,
No,
is there
I
like
suppose not.
if I say 8 standby, people think I'm talking about the set one.
Haha.
But anyways,
Also, I love this card. The Unstoppable Train of Love.
Yeah,
Right?
I love this card so much. It makes me so happy.
this reminds me of the meme. It's like their baby on the road and like the grandma, which one are you hitting? And then some guy's like, if you drift, you can hit both at once.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Okay, what's the rating, dude?
I this card is a 3.
Get off
3?
Facebook and do
Okay.
the stream.
Wait, okay, what is wrong with the 3 rating?
No. That's what the comment says. He's talking about you explaining the meme with the train. All right, that's it for
Jason, you might think I'm
red.
cringe.
All right, ready for blue?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, brother.
red was pretty. It was like the peak of the set.
Yeah,
so I don't know
we
if blue can
peaked the
hold up.
set. Now it's time
Especially
to.
since like most of the Miku cards are bad.
Hey, who's in Miku?
Yeah.
Miku is Nino and Miku.
Nino and Miku, yes.
But Miku probably has the worst cards in the set. Alright, let's start
Honestly,
off.
like
Probably.
it's
Yeah,
not
This
even
is her
possible.
best card, probably.
Alright. 3/2 Miku. If you have 4 or more other quintuplets characters, this gets -1 level in hand. During your turn, if all your characters are quintuplets, this gets 2k power, and on play heal 1. So she got the generic early play of this set, whereas
It's like the
last time
Aqua,
it was
except it doesn't
Ichika.
heal to stock.
Yeah.
Sad.
Aqua doesn't heal to stock.
Wait, she's the same power as Aqua, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Stock Healer was 500 power than regular
No,
healer.
it's
Guess not.
11k.
Right.
Anyways, like this card is pretty generic. It is a pretty good early play healer though. Like 4 or more conditions not that hard to get. Heal 1, like relevant power on your turn. And it's not name lock either, so you can actually play this in other decks. I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Sounds good. It's like a solid EP, I think.
Yeah.
Alright. 3/2 Miku. Auto, when this ability is placed on stage from hand, perform one of the following abilities. Search your deck for up to 1 headphones or Secret Confession. Show it to your opponent, add it to hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Choose 1 headphones or Secret Confession from your hand. From your waiting room, add it to hand. So you can search or salvage one of the 2 events. And then Climax Combo. This ability activates up to once per turn. When the damage dealt by this card is cancelled, if you have the Pants CX in your Climax area and you have 4 more other quintuplets, stand this. So it is a cheapo restand.
Only if your opponent, you cancel. Cancels? Yeah, your
But
opponent.
like it's like if
Yeah.
you cancel, it's like, oh, you canceled, bro. Oh, I don't care. I'm gonna do it again.
Pretty nice damage confirming, but not damage extending.
But like the on play effect, it doesn't heal or like do anything. It like gets the card. Yeah, it can work together, I guess, with the free fresh.
The card
Since
you
you did
grab
grab the
can
headphone
heal,
effect.
though. They can pay 3, heal 1.
3 heal 1.
Ooh.
If only.
The event is actually kind of bad.
Alright, what's the rating, sir?
Like honestly, this combo kind of sucks. I'll
Alright.
give it a 2.
2 is better than 1.
Like, honestly, this Kevin, like this combo actually just sucks. Holy man.
Dude, that's actually okay.
It's like
It's
fine.
the most expensive
Cheap.
foil
It's super
right
cheap.
now.
But it is. Alright. Level 0 Miku. Alarm. If this is one at the top of your clock, at the start of your climax phase, choose one of your characters. This turn, it gains the following ability. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, you may send that character to the bottom of your opponent's stock or your opponent's deck. Stock. Tired. Brainstorm. Pay 1 rest this. Flip over the top 4 for each climax
Search.
among them. Search your deck for up to 1 Quince character. Yeah, search your deck.
Nice search brainstormer with secondary effect to make it so whenever you usually clock your brainstorm, because that's what I always do.
Yeah.
Get an effect
So,
out of it.
Pretty relevant fact. It's a brainstorm. Search brainstorm that can search anything actually, so it can be played in other decks.
Probably one of the better
I think
blue
it's a
color
pretty solid
flicks.
card.
Yeah.
I give it a 3.
Nice.
Of course you do.
Probably the highest rated card she'll get, besides the EP killer.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Easy.
I'd honestly agree with that.
Alright. 1-0 Miku. Auto. When this attacks this turn, this gets X power. X equals the number of headphones in your waiting room times 1500. Climax combo. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, if you have the Panseax in your climax area, you may choose one character in your waiting room and add it to hand.
So you
This
have,
card should be allowed.
if you have four headphones, this card
This
can
card
attack
attacks are 11-5.
11. That's
But like
not
the thing
good.
is, you probably want the headphones in your hand.
You don't.
Probably. Well, you're gonna play them, right?
I guess. Like compared to like the old combo though, like is this better than the old combo?
No.
No.
Oh, combo.
And the old combo wasn't even that good either.
Old combo was also pretty big on defense, at least.
It's 6k cross turn, I think, with climax 7k. This card is too. like, I don't know. Like, could I really give like these cards a 1? Because I honestly don't think they're good.
Up to you, dude. You're the guest.
Oh my god, another one of this.
1-1.
Right. Yeah, 1-1. When this is reversed, if the battle opponent is higher level, it's at Adachi. Bottom deck Adachi.
Oh, exclamation point, Dachi.
Just 2. Like, not.
2.
Like,
Alright,
there's
let's
actually
move
just
on.
nothing to say about this card.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Alright, next card. Nino, level 0. At the start of your attack phase, choose one of your characters with Nino in its name. This turn it gets 1500 power. Pay 1 rest this, reveal the top card of your deck. If that character is a character with Nino in its name or the 2/2 Nino event, add it to hand. So it grabs your train.
Low quality grab. Don't like it.
Nope.
Probably like it is forcing you to play like the Nino wife or like a Nino eccentric deck. It does like the pop 1/5 is actually pretty good, I guess. You could do it every turn, but like the card itself is like pretty average. I'll give it a 2.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, level 0 Nino. When this is placed from hand to stage, look at the top card of your deck, put it in the top or bottom. Pay 1, ditch 1. If you do, you can salvage 1 and then get something 1k power.
Drop salvage
So drop
for
salvage.
probably only use this in
But
waifu.
the top bottom decks instead of top mills. But
Probably don't play this over the green drops or drop salvage, but it's for waifu.
Yes. This card is a 2.
alright, sounds good.
Oh, she's packing stuff up
They all
there.
packing. Alright, 2/1 Nino. Pay 1. When you use this card's back, pay the cost. If you do, choose this card from your waiting room, add it to hand. So you can counter with this card, pay 1, put it back in your hand. Insane.
The old cycle.
Card's
Right.
a 1.
Okay.
You don't like these kinds of
No.
effects?
Like 2/5 backup that has like a second effect. Like if it's gonna be a 2/5 backup, right? The second effect better be good. And but like an extra pay 1, so like pay 1 to like grab another one of itself. Was like another 2/5
It's like a
backup.
pay
Like,
1
sure, you
plus
can
1.
loop it, right? But like it's just not worth it.
Pay 1 plus 1,
It
dude.
literally isn't worth it.
Pay 1 plus 1, dude.
It's pay 1 plus 1. It's not like it can loop itself because you have to use the effect before.
Okay.
Oh, did he die?
Alright.
Or did you stop?
You should stop.
Jason, you sound really tired.
A little bit, yeah. Alright, next
It's
card.
getting
I don't
pretty
know, my
late for him.
cringe,
It is
my
getting
cringe
pretty
killed
late for him.
Jason. I think
been-
Jason
I've been
actually
awake
just gave
for
up
so
on
long.
me.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, 2/1 Miku. When you use this card's backup, choose one of your battling characters this turn. It gains the following ability. Auto. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, send it to memory. and it's a backup for 3K power.
That's a really long flavor text.
Set one already has a
Yeah.
memory kick backup for
Yeah,
yellow.
on Yotsuba.
Yotsuba.
This card's like whatever. 1.
A 1?
A 1 yeesh.
Like actually, maybe I'm just biased. Like I don't think this card actually adds anything.
You don't
This
think
card
memory,
actually doesn't
you don't
add
think
anything.
memory kick counters are good?
Like there's already one.
Yeah, I guess.
There already is one. And
It's
like
on a better color.
like this one, like you put like it's blue, so you if you're gonna play it, you probably play for like Miku maybe, right? But like, do you really need that counter? Like what does it like? I don't like personally. I don't think it adds anything to the
Okay.
deck and the set.
Sounds good. I mean, memory kicks are good, but anyhow.
Some
Ow.
fans
Whoa.
going through.
Alright. Level 0 Miku. When this card is placed from on stage from hand, choose one of your other Quintuplets characters. This turn it gets 1k power. When this is reversed, if the battle opponent is level 0 or lower, you may send that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck. So it's a level 0 bomb that buffs something 1k on play. That's pretty okay.
I don't like.
I don't like this kind of cards.
I feel like bombs needs to do something way more.
Yeah, probably.
Miku actually just got cooked on these cards, man.
Okay, what's the rating?
This card's a 1.
Alright.
So
let's
many
go.
ones from Miku.
Yeah, this blue sucks. Alright, 0 Miku. This has a marker underneath it. It gains 2k power and the following 2 abilities. The character across from this cannot move. And at the start of your opponent's attack phase, if there is a character in the slot across from this, you may move this to an empty slot in the front row. When this is placed from hand to stage, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If that is a character with Miku or the event or an event, you put it underneath this card face down as a marker. I mean,
This
This
card,
card's
this
okay.
like the first like 3 effects is actually really good. I think the first 3 effects is really good, but the 4th effect, like having an extra effect, actually just kills the card. Because
Yeah.
you need to top check a Miku or an event.
yeah, very restrictive.
So it was like,
Yes.
oh, this card's good. 3k anti-runner, and it runs.
And it
Holy
runs
damn.
away. So
And
like, you
then
can kill
you
things on your
read-
turn and plus.
And then
But,
you
like,
read it's only Miku
my
waifu.
God, man.
Very
Like-
sad.
Okay, think about this in context of Miku waifu, because this is obviously a Miku waifu card. How good is this
Yes.
card for Miku waifu?
This card is honestly like a 4 in Miku, like 4. Like if it didn't have the 4th effect, I honestly think this card is a 4. This card is really good.
Yeah.
But like,
But the
but,
fact that it needs a
like
marker.
just in the context of Miku waifu, I'll give it a 4.
Okay,
That's what-
we don't have to think about the context and overall, because you can't play it overall.
yeah,
Yeah,
like the card is really
useless
fucking
to
good.
look otherwise. Alright,
That card was a common, right?
Levels-
Holy shit, it was a common.
Level 0 Miku. All of your Quintuplets characters get 500 power. When you play an event, you may send this to stock. Oh, it's like the priestess.
Goblin Slayer.
Yeah. That
I
card's
like
solid
that card
play.
in that deck, but that card was way danker than this card.
Yeah, especially since like the events were actually really important in Goblin Slayer.
Yo, are you telling me headphones not important?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the rating?
cards. I give it a 1.
But you can do the same thing with Goblin Slayer, where you can front root this and then use it
Goblin
as
Slayer,
a...
I'll give it a 2.
Sheesh.
Just cause the deck allows it.
Alright, 1-0 Nino. Once attacked, you'll the top card of your deck. If it's a Quintuplets character or an event, choose one of your characters. This turn it gets 3k power. It's
3k.
like it's like a shittier version of the Yui
Yeah, from
from
Charlotte.
Southampton, but
There's
that's
a what's
Ayumi.
it called? Ayumi from
Yeah.
the Ayumi from Charlotte does the same thing. There's a Yui that pumps 3k.
it's a level swapper too. On play level swap.
It's
right?
only
Or no, that
itself.
attack.
It's only
is that
itself,
attack
yeah,
gets 30K?
it's
Oh, I
only
thought that was
itself.
buffed. Oh, so it's just it is just that.
And
Yumi
Yui
was buffing it.
7.5. This card is 6.5.
Yeah, well, this card's bad anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this card's bad. Like the extra 3k definitely helps. Like if there's a direct lane, you could swing that direct lane and then pump 3k to get over a lane.
Yo, dude, so you saw the level 1 combo earlier that hits 10-5, 11-5, you can pump
11.5
it
and
at
14.5 with this card.
Yeah, dude.
This card's a 2. Like the power is big enough, and it can hit on events as well, which I think is pretty relevant.
All right,
I'll
sounds
I'll
good.
give it a 2.
3-2 Nino. Pay 1 when this plays on stage from hand. You may pay the cost. If you do, choose a set 1 restander Nino from your waiting room. Place it on stage in any slot. Climax combo. When the restander's pants CX is placed in your climax area, if it's in the front row and you have 5 or less cards in your hand, choose one of your other set 1 Nino restanders, and then this turn it gains the following ability. auto when this ability activates once per turn. When this card's damage is cancelled, you may deal the same amount of damage to your opponent. And then the Nino was a pay 2 restander at the end of its attack.
Pretty neat.
I think it's actually
Yeah,
pretty
that,
neat.
that card also had pay 1, ditch a red or blue to heal 1. So it helped you meet that hand. It helps you meet that hand condition of 5 or less hand pretty realistically.
Card is
before
actually
you
pretty
do
good.
it.
That's when CX is played. So
Oh, it's on 6. Oh, wait, never mind. So you're dumping your dudes, and then you're like, all right, go. I think
Like
this
if
card's
the
good.
I mean,
if only
It's
the
like,
Nino restander combo is better, this card would actually be pretty good.
I
But
mean,
like, I think the dank part about this is like damage is cancelled, right? You deal the same amount, but it restands, so you get like if they eat it, then you get another chance to do the combo, which I think is pretty sick.
that's what I like.
Yeah,
This is probably the only reason why you play set one pants comp.
yeah.
He's
I
still
feel
probably
like if
agree.
Nino had a better like level 1 combo, like a plusing level 1 combo.
Nino doesn't have a plus and level 1 combo,
I know.
right?
She has
Oh.
she has the standby restander thingy, but that's it.
Oh,
Same
she's
thing.
probably has this TD combo that pluses, but it's like badly pluses.
What is it? On reverse salvage?
I think it's like the pay. It's like the pay one give itself and another character on reverse salvage.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, anyways, but this card's a 3.
Yeah, I think if you want to play the pants, this card makes the pants
Pretty good.
for sure.
The new headphones.
All right, headphones 1-0. If you do not have a character with Miku in his name, you may not play this card from your hand. Look at 5 cards on the top of your deck. Choose to one character with Miku in his name. Show it to your opponent. Add it to your hand. Mill the rest. And then it's look at the top card of your deck. Put it on the top or bottom. Wow.
Yo, the rearrange can help you hit off the counter headphone.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have.
Yeah. It's
all I
like
got
the
there,
one
yeah.
like downside about this is not a counter. If it was a counter, the deck would be like at least twice as better, I think.
Dude, if this is a counter you get a scry to, God.
That would make the deck so much better.
Honestly.
But it is not like I'm pretty sure, like I'm like 99% sure this is better than the old headphone event anyways.
But you say you can run 3 and 1.
Just because of that one card, but if you're not playing that card, there's no reason to run one of the counter ones. But this card probably like
It's
probably
better than the old one. That's all that matters.
Probably a
better than
2.
the old
It
one,
is
probably a 2.
actively better
Actually,
if you want to play
like,
the old Miku combo.
but like I'm gonna do this like the old one, right? The other card, like this card could literally not be played in any other deck, so I'm gonna strictly base it on Miku Waifu. This card's 3.
Alright,
Sounds good.
3 it is.
Woo!
Alright, this garbage.
2-1 Secret Confession. If you have 2 or more other characters with Miku in its name, perform one of the following abilities. Choose 1 3/2 CXE Miku in your hand, place it on stage in any slot. At the end of your turn, send that character to the waiting room. Choose 1 character in your clock, send it to waiting room.
One card in
Choose
your
one of
clock.
opponent's. Choose 1 card in your clock, send it to waiting room. Oops. Choose 1 of your opponent's characters who is a higher level than they are. Send it to waiting room. And choose 1 of your characters until the end of your opponent's next turn. It gets 3400 power and it cannot move to another slot. Okay.
Yo, it's a 2-1 heal event, dude.
Wow. So you pay. So if you don't have this card, you please pay 3 heal 1, man. So good.
I mean, you don't have
This
to
event
play.
is
You don't
bad.
have to play
This event is
the.
bad.
You don't have to play the 3/3.
Like
The 3/2.
the lots of selection is definitely good, right? But it's like all the selection is like really it could be so much better.
Well, I think it's like the idea is that you'd be okay with it because
It makes it so that you can.
Miku gives it back, right? She generates if she cancels, she'll restand, and the restand is free, so she'll generate 2 stock on her own.
Okay, think about it like this. Okay, if you have 3 of the combos in your hand, you play 1 for 2. You have the event, you pay 1 for it, play the other one, so that you can play for 1 stock. So you spend 3 stock. You have the event again, you play it a 4th time, pay 1 more stock to play a 3rd one down, so you only spend 4 stock. You can grab
Why
it one more
is Yuma on
time.
the card?
Grab it one more time to heal. So you spend 5 stocks to play 3 bodies and heal once. That's so bad. That's so bad.
Yeah. Wait. In the chat, why is Yumin on the card?
True.
Yeah. Look at the climax. The guy on the left. That's me.
Okay.
That is you.
Yeah, this card, like overall, the combo is shit. This card is shit. Miku is shit. Like the blue color actually just got fucked.
Feels so
Like,
bad.
like I don't know, man. Like it just like
Okay.
maybe we're actually just
If
maybe I'm
if
actually
if you
just
if you
biased.
don't tie it with this combo, you think about set one combo. This is just a 2-1 heal event.
I'm pretty sure the old set one combo is so much better
It
than
is so
this.
much better than this, but it's a 2-1 heal event. If you don't think about everything else, just think about this as a 2-1 heal event.
Wait, so you can actually play this in the old deck and just use it as a 2-1 heal event,
Hell
or
yeah,
you
dude.
can give 3-5, or you can level down.
Not level down, you remove the early
Okay.
place.
Or hear me out here.
Or early, but that makes the
You
card
can
worse.
You can just not play this card.
Yeah, you cannot play this card. I agree. Yes, this card is honestly like just based on the sheer disappointment I had with this set, with this like set as in like the combo set, this card's a 1.
Sad.
Okay.
Sad
Just
for
on the sheer
2-1 heal.
disappointment on like how this card is just so bad.
Okay. That's the end, right?
Oh, we're there with blue. Okay, let's pump out these promos and
Thank God, because blue sucks.
yeah, let's pump these
Blue actually
promos out.
sucks, man.
Pump the promos out of the way. Ready?
Dude, I didn't remember what the promos were.
Let's find
I
out.
don't remember either.
All right, 2-1 Ichika. Choose one of your other battling, right?
No,
Other battling
when-
quintuplets characters.
when
Oh,
you're-
when you sorry, I was rubbing my eye. When your other battling quintuplets characters are versed, choose one of your characters. This turn it gets 1k power and it's a 3k backup, so it's a 4k counter.
No,
OP.
the first effect is while it's on the board.
Oh God, that's awful. Holy shit.
Yeah, this.
Oh
this
my
is awful,
God.
This is awful.
Jesus Christ.
This card is so fucking bad.
Woo! It's like the Sachi, but worse.
This card. Is,
I'd rather have the Sachi global. What the fuck?
this card is really bad.
Oh no.
This card is like I honestly is running for 3k backup, but 3k backups usually have a second
Put a
effect.
memory can counter at that point. All right,
Yeah,
what do you want to
so
rate it,
this
human?
card's a 1, man.
All right, good. Let's go next card. 0-0 Nino.
What's she rubbing
Key
on her
card.
face?
when this plays your hand, this game the top card of your deck. If it's a quintuplets or an
You're
event, add
so
it to hand.
cringe.
Discard one.
Yeah, you're
When
so
this card
cringe.
attacks, choose one of your characters. It gets 500 power.
You're so cringe, bro.
Oh,
You're
God.
actually so
Okay,
cringe.
Alright, what do you wanna rate this
you
one,
have
human?
better discard outlets.
This card's a 2. This card's a 2.
2 short.
You have better
Sounds
discard
good.
outlets. Though.
5 for pits and not the thing she has on her face.
True. Pit OP. Alright, 1-0 Miku. If this card is in the front row center slot, it gets 2k power, so it'll be a 5-5. It's like a vanilla. Ditch CX salvage.
It sucks.
It's a
This
vanilla.
card's
It's a
so
vanilla Ditch
bad.
CX salvage if it's in the
This
center.
card's
Sick.
so bad.
You know, this is the only Dish CX salvage in the set.
Wait, actually?
No, this
No
in this
way.
set, yeah.
In,
No
in,
way.
in,
Set one,
in,
there's
in
one.
this
Okay,
set,
okay,
in
okay.
set 1, we have
But
that
like,
one.
oh my god, this card's
Yeah, there's the
so
Yotsuba. There's the
bad.
Yotsuba that has the millipede climax.
I'm convinced there's actually no good Miku card.
There's the
This
EP
card's-
healer,
this
dude.
card's
There's
so
the EP
one.
healer.
Like just
Yeah, the EP healer.
okay, the EP healer. Okay, sure, but like other than that, like there's actually just no good
the
Miku
brainstorm.
cards.
The brainstorm. Come on,
Okay,
man.
this card's a 1. Moving on.
All right, agreed. Thank you, human. All right, 2-1 Yotsuba. Pay 1 at the start of your encore step. If you don't have another rusty character, you can pay 1 encore. This is the hard encore. And then memory. When this attacks, if you have 2 or more memory, this card gets X power. X is the number of Quin's characters times 1k, so it'll be
Okay.
on attack 12k here, hard encore if you go full board.
Good.
Human, what do you think?
Like, I don't know, bro. You need the memory. You need to play Yotsuba waifu, right? Like, is two or more memory like easy though?
It,
With
pro-
the
it, pro-
deck
it,
with
it,
only
probably, it probably is not that hard.
Probably
I mean,
fine,
like
yeah.
this card is a 2-1, I guess. Like, at
But like,
level
do you
2,
want to
do
play
not
this
think-
card over the one that refunds itself?
No, this card's a 1.
All right, sounds good. Those are both the same power, right? One refunds.
Both same power. One can encore, but like,
All right,
if your opponent literally just like sides like a level 0.
it doesn't matter. All right, level 0 Itsuki. Continuous. If this has a marker underneath it, it gains 3k power, so it'll be a 4k. And then on play, real top, if it's a Quince or an event, you can marker it face down as a marker. So it's a Futaba clone, 4k Futaba.
Hey,
Isn't
Crossman.
Futaba level 135?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's right, the 4K Futaba.
But
They either delegate the level or the.
I mean,
or
like
the
you
1K,
can
or the 500
choose not
power.
to marker it actually.
Yeah, and people do that a lot. But this
It's
card's
cards at two.
also
It's cards at two.
I think it's 1K less, right? Because it gets events and then it gets it makes up for the power with the marker. So
It's cards at 2.
2, all right.
Two's
Sure.
better than one.
And I think that's everything. Eh?
Nope, we have
Nope.
one more.
3-2 Itsuki and Nino, Miku, Yotsuba, Itsuki. Woo!
That's a thing.
Yeah, they did this in the last set
Oh
too.
right.
If this is 2 or less climax in your waiting room, this gets -1 level in hand. This is placed from hand, stage from hand. Look at the top X, add 1. X is equal to the number of quintuplets characters.
Check top X, EP. Pretty nice.
I don't think quintuplets has this at all. So yeah.
Wait,
It does in the
set one.
It does?
Itsuki, set one
Oh, the
Itsuki.
Itsuki. Yo, Itsuki's
It's also
good girl.
it's also 10k base and 11k on your turn.
Yeah, I remember that card.
But it
That's
depends.
Yeah, I run it in my deck because my deck is good.
Yeah.
okay.
But anyways, this card's probably like honestly I'd give it a 1.
Right.
Really? But no other. But if you look at the context of every other deck, no other deck.
If you look,
except Itsuki
yeah,
has it.
if you thinking about this in context of non.
Sure, I'll give it a 2. Then.
next
I'll give it a
deck.
2.
Yeah, in
No other deck has a
waifu
check
decks.
except Itsuki.
Is that actually not?
No, Itsuki's like you said. Itsuki's the only other check X. So no
Mi-
other
Mi-
waifu
Mi-
has a check
Mi-
Like
X.
early play check X?
Yeah,
No.
Miku has a check
Oh.
3.
And
Okay,
is that one
I'm
even
not
an
sure.
EP? Is that one an EP though?
Yeah, Miku's a check 3.
Oh, wait, that is the EP. That's the EP if you have the 1/1 and the 0/0 on the field. Yeah.
Oh, and the
But,
last
like,
one. That took a
But
bit
would you
to load.
really run this
Oh,
card in
I
other
don't know.
decks?
Okay, this card
But,
we already
like,
saw
this
from
card
set
could-
1.
Yeah, 1/0. It's each of them have the same card. This can be played without meeting color requirement. Ditch one, sack it. It's the group PR. Ditch one, sack it. Choose a character from your waiting room, add it to hand, and then rest. Give something 1K power until the end of your opponent's turn. But now each of the girls get it instead of sharing one, so it's cuter.
Yeah,
Hey, look at that.
and it's
Literally
more
doesn't matter.
more color convenient.
Wait,
If you don't want red.
come on, the Itsuki one. The Itsuki one had the best. Has literally the best art.
It does actually.
Wait, Nino one's pretty strong too.
Nino one's cute, but the Itsuki one has the best art.
I agree.
Yeah, how come everyone has a side view but Itsuki's reaching out? What's
Oh,
his
true. Yeah,
bias?
that is the cringe part though.
Okay, but so there's 5 cards, right? I
EP
give
doesn't
each of
ignore
the cards a
color.
1, therefore there's 5 of them, so there's 5.
Oh yeah, dude. 5-star.
Oh yeah.
Okay. For what it's worth, I actually think this is a pretty good card though, but ignoring color requirement.
Oh,
doesn't
that's the
matter.
last. That's the last of it. That's the last.
Woo!
Let's go.
100,
We summoned
300.
8 without Jason dying.
Oh, dude, I'm almost
I
dying.
didn't think to drink coffee before this, and I'm kind of regretting it.
All right,
Oh, no, man.
Sir
You're gonna have
laughs
to
a
deal with me
lot.
again because I'm gonna be featured for Whole Life.
No, you won't.
Sir laughs a lot. Thank you for the follow.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that was it for the quintuplet set review. As always, we would like to give a moment to thank our sponsors, Nova TCG. Are our singles up yet? I have no idea. Can you check?
Yeah, I'll check right now.
And it will also
I was checking
sponsor.
before, and then my Chrome crashed.
We'll also thank our sponsor, Weiss Tea Time, for providing us with these slides.
There is not.
Taya puts in so much work.
Thank myself
Yeah,
for
not up.
translating
Oh,
all
no,
these
they are up.
cards.
Oh,